jail rather than approve same-sex marriage licenses. She's in Washington receiving an award from the Family Research Council. She tells news correspondent Jerika Duncan that while, yes, it would be easy to step down from her position as county clerk, in the process, she would lose her voice and be judged by God.
What people do in the privacy of their own home is not my business.
So why not sign those marriage licenses?
Because that makes me a party to it. And if I'm a party to it, then I'm a partaker.
You hear that, Ari, Jim?
And I don't want to be a partaker in this.
1, 2.
This is CBS News.
Give me a test.
Test. Good morning, everybody. Hello, everybody.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
For some, it's a little
good.
financial breathing room. For others, it's a car payment, a home repair, or help with college tuition. Hi, I'm Jay Farner, president of Quicken Loans, and I've got some great news if you're looking to save money on your mortgage. All it takes is a simple phone call to Quicken Loans at 800-QUICKEN to see if you qualify for the government's Home Affordable Refinance Program, or HARP. Folks who refinance with HARP can save an average of $250 a month. That's $3,000 a year. Our home loan experts fully understand the HARP guidelines, and they'll walk you through our streamlined process. And for 5 years in a row now, J.D. Power has ranked Quicken Loans highest in the nation in customer satisfaction. And for the second year in a row, they've also ranked us highest in mortgage servicing. Call 800-QUICKEN or visit QuickenLoans.com.
Visit jdpower.com for award information. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender license in all 50 states. NMLSconsumeraccess.org, number 3030.
American beer drinkers are in for sticker shock. CBS News business reporter Jason Brooks.
Americans are drinking more beer, and with higher demand, you can expect higher prices. Industry tracker OTR Global says it's confirmed that big beer makers Anheuser-Busch InBev, Molson Coors, and SAB Miller plan to raise prices this fall, although they won't be as big as last year's price hikes. Beer sales grew at a stronger pace over the summer compared to a year earlier.
Hungary is
Hey, good morning, Fran. Good morning. Jim, are you there?
Good morning. Testing. Hello, Fran. Good morning. Howdy. Test.
Serbia and Croatia.
We're here. Howdy.
All right, everything's good.
All right,
Fran. A member of the EU zone.
Thank you.
Passport-free travel. The new panda cub at the National Zoo in Washington's been named Bebe, which in Mandarin means precious treasure. The name picked by the first ladies of the U.S. and China. Gary Nunn, CBS News.
What would an extra $250 a month mean to you? For some, it's a little financial breathing room. For others, it's a car payment, a home repair, or help with college tuition. Hi, I'm Jay Farner, president of Quicken Loans, and I've got some great news if you're looking to save money on your mortgage. All it takes is a simple phone call to Quicken Loans at 800-QUICKEN to see if you qualify for the government's Home Affordable Refinance Program, or HARP. Folks who refinance with HARP can save an average of $250 a month. That's $3,000 a year. Our home loan experts fully understand the HARP guidelines, and they'll walk you through our streamlined process. And for 5 years in a row now, J.D. Power has ranked Quicken Loans highest in the nation in customer satisfaction. And for the second year in a row, they've also ranked us highest in mortgage servicing. Call 800-QUICKEN or visit QuickenLoans.com.
Visit jdpower.com for award information. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender license in all 50 states. NMLSconsumeraccess.org, number 3030.
Remains in effect through noon tomorrow, and a high risk of rip currents at the beaches as well through the evening. Today, tonight, tomorrow with low pressure nearby will be cloudy and windy with some rain at times. Watch out for coastal flooding at times of high tide. High 72 today, low tonight 66, high tomorrow 75. Monday after a shower or two in the morning, we'll see clouds breaking for some sun, high 76. I'm Bill Dagger in the Delaware 1059 Weather Center.
On any given day, anything can happen.
What do we know about this situation?
Many days you might be wondering, what's next? And no other radio station can get you up to speed quicker.
And a story.
But you know that because you know us. So you also know that we don't just tell you, we hear you.
I want to hear your thoughts.
Test.
So you know, and we understand. We're Delaware 1059.
Say a female suspect walked into the subway on Coastal Highway at around 8:47 p.m. Friday.
The following program is a paid commercial presentation. The comments, views, and opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect the views of the staff, management, or advertisers of Delaware 1059.
Okay. Test. Good morning. Hello, everybody. Jim Weller here, and I am live. We are live with Weller Does Delmarva. Hello, Colin Walls. Are you there?
Good morning, Jim. I am right here.
Everything good with you?
Everything is excellent. How about you?
Good. I want to thank you for helping us. You've been with me a few weeks now, and you do a great job, and we can honestly say we wouldn't be able to do the show without you. So, good morning, and we're doing Weller Does
Until you
Delmarva.
found somebody.
Until I
to
found
replace
somebody.
them.
I haven't yet. You're irreplaceable.
Okay.
Well,
you
anyway.
might want to start looking because I won't be here next week.
Oh, my gosh. Where will you be next week? Bridgeville. Weller's in Bridgeville.
That's right. I will. Next week. I mean the following week.
The 10th.
Did I scare you?
Yeah, you did. I immediately went into panic mode. Next week. It's going to do it next week. I won't be here next week.
I'm going to wait until Friday and let you know.
Let me know. Yeah, I won't be there Friday either.
Pay raise.
Yeah. All right, we're going to double the salary. All right, well, good morning, everybody. We are live right here inside the worldwide headquarters for Dry Zone. And we're right on Route 16 in Allendale. Great big red barn with a white roof. And it's got black top. Okay, the blacktop's black top. So anyway, and we want to invite you to stop by. The kitchen is open. We can cook you up a breakfast omelet. We've got coffee. We've got juice, free fresh air, free parking. Some advice if you'd like it.
I've got a question on the omelets.
All right, all ready?
How much are these omelets?
The omelets, actually, one are free, two for $1.
Wow.
Yes, they're the deal. Okay, they're the bomb.
Free omelets?
Oh, no bomb. You can't say the word bomb. Okay.
Free omelets for real.
Free omelets for real. No kidding. And they're fresh. They're going to cook them right back there on the griddle. Grill.
They've actually got a commercial cooktop back here,
Yes,
right?
they do. And a nice little counter if you want to sit back there or whatever. And it's no joke, folks. We're just saying if you want to come on by Dry Zone, stop in, see what they've done to the inside of the building, chit-chat with us, hang out, or just walk right by us and get an omelet and don't say a word. Whatever you want to do.
Contact. Whatever you do, don't make eye contact.
No eye contact.
You'll call us over.
Yep. So anyway, we are here, and I have a young man who is a phenomenal expert on whatever he thinks he is an expert on, okay? And that's Barry. Are you an expert on whatever you think you're an expert on?
I sure am.
Okay. Barry Atkins, right?
That's it. That's
All
me
right.
today.
Now you're Mr. and Mrs. Atkins' son?
I am.
Okay. All right. Well, good morning to you.
Good morning.
And do you hear that static, Colin? A little bit? Okay. It's on purpose. It's like a new sound effect I got. All right. Well, anyway, what is that? Is it the tombstone? Or?
Almost.
Almost.
What we're talking about today is, making your feels feel warmer in a home with a crawl space.
Making your feels feel warmer.
Your floor feel warmer. Shoo.
Your floor. Okay.
2 mornings in a row here.
Too early, right?
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, that's some serious looking. Is what I call this insulation.
It is.
Okay.
That's our Silver Glow insulation.
All right.
That is what's actually used to block the vents, and we also put 2-inch foam and Silver Glow insulation on the walls or in the banner board area.
Really, 2-inch.
Yep.
No kidding.
And that will warm up the place.
Yeah. Now, so this is the insulation in the center.
Yes.
Now, what would you call this? A thermal barrier?
It's a radiant barrier.
Radiant barrier.
Yes.
Okay.
That reflects heat back into the crawl space.
All right, because it's not a very good mirror.
No.
Okay. All right. So, what I believe you're talking about is what I would use the word encapsulation?
Yes.
Okay.
This will work with the encapsulation
So you didn't even know I knew that word, did you?
I know.
Okay. All right. So encapsulation. So walk me through it. Somebody says, I want to have my why would somebody even want that, I guess, would be the first question. How does somebody get to the point they literally want to encapsulate the underneath of their house? Is it only with new construction?
Oh, no. It's for any construction. New, retrofit.
All right. So what triggers this? What would make somebody even ponder such a thought?
Well, they have probably called us to ask for a free inspection.
Because they had a smell or something?
An odor or
a
soft spot in the floor.
Okay.
Or somebody
a soft spot in the floor?
Yep. It could be
Why? Because from rot?
From wood rot. Down
I never thought of that.
Yep. Or when you walk across the kitchen and your china closet rattles. There's something settling's going down there.
Okay. See, I personally had this done, and mine was triggered because when we would go away for a week or for 4 or 5 days or something, we'd walk back in the door, and my wife would say, I smell something.
Right.
Something smells just a little musty or something like that. So then we got to looking underneath our house, and it was always damp. In other words, and I'm like, well, I guess that makes sense because technically all that moisture that's in the ground, under the ground, is, as my heater and air conditioner comes on and off all the time, is being pulled right into my house.
Yes. And then,
because all my ductwork happened to be underneath.
You're right, and that's what a lot of homes are, and also the old insulation will get wet.
Yeah.
And be deteriorated or falling down. So when we put this type of insulation in, that is waterproof, so it doesn't matter if that gets wet.
Okay.
And when you encapsulate, you've lowered a thermal barrier from the floor down to the ground.
Yes.
So then you would insulate the walls and the banner board, which is the area right above the sill plate below the floor.
Okay, so this actually would go on the cement block wall or something 2 inches thick. And where do you go, all the way up the cement block?
We stop at 3 inches from the sill plate,
okay,
so that they can still do your bug inspection for termites and things like that.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, no need to cover all that up.
And then we cover the thinnest area around your house, which is right above the foundation, the banner board area, because you figure that's usually a 2x10 that is exposed.
Okay.
So we cover that up and seal around that.
And then there's little vents that go outside. You completely cover them up.
From the inside, yep.
Okay. So it's pretty encapsulated.
We're trying to be as airtight as possible.
I look at it like a great big pool liner. You put it all over the ground, but that stuff's pretty thick.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's 20 mil.
And now that my house is done, it almost feels like it's heated and air conditioned underneath there.
Yes.
In other words, all my insulation that was under the floor is gone.
Right.
My floors are warmer.
Right.
And I'll tell you how I've noticed something else I noticed. My animals, my cats and my dogs, they don't always migrate to where a piece of carpet is now.
Right.
They'll literally lay on the hardwood floor.
Yeah, and then of course that will makes your HVAC system work so much more efficient.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So I did it mainly because I smelled something, but I guess in other words, it's well worth checking out no matter what.
Absolutely, and
I mean, you have nothing to lose by getting an estimate.
It's a free estimate.
Really?
And most of our homeowners, I would say a big chunk of our homeowners don't even go down there.
Ever.
It's a taboo.
Right.
Either somebody has told them something is going on down there, either their HVAC guy or the bug guy, or something upstairs is happening, either the odors, a soft spot in the floor, or they in some extreme cases you might see some mold or mildew on the baseboard. Or
what's that white stuff that I used to see on my blocks? I don't see it anymore because now
that's effervescence, and that's basically where the water is weeping through from the outside. It's sweating into that crawl space, and that's the minerals left in. It's a breakdown of the block.
Well, but it's an obvious indicator there's moisture.
Correct.
Okay. So if a person says, I'm not interested in being an expert on underneath my house, all they got to do is give you a call.
Give us a call. We'll send out a packet.
Okay.
So they can get themselves educated if they're not comfortable, know what they're doing on that part, and then we'll come out and interview them and ask what kind of situation is going on, and we'll do a free inspection for them.
All right. Do you have a certain number you like to give out there, Barry?
Right now, I'll just give out our office number here.
684?
684-5034.
5034. 684-5034 on the web, dryzone.com.
Yep.
All right. So if you have any questions about that, there's many things Dry Zone does. We're going to have a couple other people on here in a little bit and talk about something new. But that looks pretty snazzy, in other words, so I don't have to worry about that sagging or possibly ever falling down, or if it were to get wet, it's not like it's going to start falling off the wall or something like that.
And this is also, it's mechanically installed to the wall.
What, do you drill right through it?
Yeah, we drill a 1/4-inch hole into the block, and there's a push fastener we use to push it up. So some other people will glue it up there. The problem is
that's not going to hold.
Right, because the block is damp.
That's an excellent point. I mean, why would somebody glue that? But I don't know, probably because it's cheaper and easier.
It's a quick way to put it up.
Yeah, quick
it's
way
not the
to
right
put
way.
it up. So you're looking for permanent solutions to whatever problem somebody has.
Absolutely.
All estimates are free, whether it be this or if you start with this. And so I guess technically there wouldn't be any reason to not have somebody just come crawl through your crawl space from Dry Zone and say, here's what you got.
Exactly.
And then you decide from there. I believe you have different financing plans if somebody needs it.
We sure
and
do.
There's just a lot of things. So if you go to dryzone.com, a lot of information there. I find that website to be very informative. Okay, 684-5034. Anything else?
I think that's good for now.
You going to be here till 9? You
I
yourself?
am.
Okay,
I will.
so if somebody was listening and said, I want to stop by, take a look at their place, maybe talk to these guys. Are we really cooking omelets?
They are.
Okay.
I'm not.
Okay, you're not. Well, I guess I don't know if it's a good thing or not. But anyway, there is free breakfast omelets. All right. Thank you, Barry.
Thank you, sir.
All right, see you. Have a good weekend. He'll be here till 9 o'clock. And where are we? We are on Route 16 in Ellendale, just right outside of town. Go to Rural Farms on 113 in Ellendale, turn right or left, depending on whether you're coming north or south, turn towards Greenwood. Is that right?
That's right.
On Route 16.
Or left, depends on which way you're coming.
Right. So, and then just head towards Greenwood, either way. But if you're at Greenwood, head towards Ellendale. So we're right here in the Big Red Barn. Barry's here if you want to talk to him. Every time I talk to him, though, I mean, we have talked about encapsulation. We have talked about these great big neat-looking sump pumps. We have talked about raising concrete. Dry Zone does a lot of interesting things. So we're going to be talking to, I think, Derek and also Martin here in a little bit. But anyway, you're welcome to stop by and just chit-chat with us.
Well, somebody just heard you a minute ago and said, did he say a free omelet?
Yeah, I know.
And that's right, free omelet.
It's a free omelet. So it's not a joke or nothing. In other words, it's not like we got them all packaged up and we're going to just hand you one to take it home. We're cooking them.
This is made to order?
Made to order.
Wow.
Made from scratch omelets today. It's just something we do. Every now and then they do that, and people always like a little free breakfast. So, or if you just want a cup of coffee or some juice or something like that or whatever, we're on Route 16 in Ellendale. We're going to be here live till 9 o'clock this morning at the Dry Zone Red Barn. Now, I talked about that. I got up early, and my wife, Denise, and son-in-law, Jason, and our friend Rita there, and then they're going to meet Brooks Ritter, who's normally on the show with me. But today is the Bike to the Bay event for the MS Society. It's a huge fundraiser. Want to encourage you, if you see any of the bikers, give them a thumbs up and be in prayer for their safety and for the weather. But Jason Troyer, my son-in-law, has MS, and that's how we all got into this organization and trying to raise money to help with some of the costs associated with having MS or fighting MS or finding a cure for MS. But anyway, it's a big event. It's called the Bike to the Bay. Jason is riding 75 miles today. So is Rita. And then Denise and Brooks and another lady named Mary, they're riding 50 miles. Then Jason is going to turn around and go back tomorrow and do another 75 miles. So it is a fundraiser. And please be supportive, be in prayer for their safety and their welfare. There are thousands of people doing that today, the National MS Bike to the Bay. So anyway, and if you're a supporter of that, I appreciate your support. Weller's is going to open at 9. Wanted to mention Jerry Santoro, Jerry's Lawn Care. He does a really good job. I mean, he does our landscaping work there at Weller's in Bridgeville, cuts the grass and the weed whack and the weed spraying, does some lawn treatments for me at home. But he is selling the heck out of firewood. And I said, you getting any phone calls? He said, I'm getting phone calls, because the one thing about firewood, you need to buy it early, because everybody starts out with plenty of seasoned firewood, okay? Now, Jerry's got tons of it because he also does lot clearing, and takes down trees and digs up stumps and all of that.
This isn't stuff that he just cut up yesterday. This is
stuff
no. He's been
if
working
you saw
all
his
summer
place,
and last
right.
year. Yeah.
Yes, and it's all ready to go. And he will deliver it also. Within about 10 miles of Greenwood, he'll go as far as you want. He just needs a little something extra for the extra mileage. In other words, anybody that has a truck that hauls any weight knows extra mileage cost, So anyway, if you need firewood, it's seasoned firewood, mixed hardwood, oak, cherry, and hickory, split and delivered, $175 a cord.
Wow.
$175 a cord. Everybody else I see is $2 25, $250, something like that in the twos. $175. Get him while he's got him, and he's got a lot of it. But anyway, it's Jerry's Lawn Care, and he also does do tree trimming, tree removal. He can remove old or rotten trees, or lot clearing, or tree trimming, or stump grinding, any of that. Free estimates. Give him a call, 363-6025, 363-6025, 6025, JLC-LLC.com on the web, JLC-LLC.com on the web. Whether you need firewood, whether you need your irrigation system winterized, whether you need pavers, whether you need some trees took down, whatever you may need, Jerry is a good, honest, hard-working man. He'll take good care of you and do a good job for you. The other thing I wanted to mention was our new website is coming along. I know that the Creative Anchor has put countless amounts of time and energy into it. They're constantly talking to Brooks about it. A lot of interesting things. It's not quite done yet. I do believe it's done, but it's just not been launched, because I know that they have got it. They're putting a lot of stuff on it, or some stuff on it. But it's a brand new website for Wellers.com, and it all started, we just wanted to get our website readjusted, tuned up, and so on. Got talking to Jonathan, and he's like, you would just be so much more efficient. You'd have a much more functional website if we just started from scratch, and you would spend less money than taking your old one and revamping it. So that's where we're at. I can't get it done quick enough. I know he's working on it. I know they've made a lot of headway. Him and Brooks are talking, I don't know if on a daily basis, but quite frequently. And we're just trying to wind this thing up. So if you own a business and you want a website, whether you want a new one, you want to do some work to your old one, you want some advice, you want to talk to somebody about all the functionalities, he also can help you with banners, and he also can help you with social marketing and networking and just many different things. Owner-operator business. He'll talk to you in a way that you understand and make headway. His name is Jonathan Hazelwood. The name of his business is The Creative Anchor. His website is thecreativeanchor.com, and I encourage you to give him a call and talk to him. Small business, big business, whatever your needs, if it's got to do with website or web design, hosting, any of that, give him a call. 526-7250. 526-7250. Thecreativeanchor.com. Colin, how you holding up over there?
I'm doing just fine.
All right. Now, are you open today, Wall Service Center?
Yeah, we're open at 8 o'clock.
8
Josh
o'clock.
will be there.
All right. And do you let somebody just drive in on a Saturday? Is that kind of
Yeah, they can drive in and see what we got going on. I'm not sure what the schedule looks like today.
Okay, because you would prefer if people could schedule, but you're there.
We don't mind them driving in to schedule your appointment, or drive in and see if we're available right then. You know, we do take appointments, but at times we do have openings.
All right, and it's the time of year, the temperature's changing. People might need the air and their tires checked. I mean, I don't even know where you would go anymore. Gas stations used to do that, in other words, and you're saying that somebody could.
It is all self-service now.
It is.
Except at Wall Service Center.
Except at Wall Service Center.
Right.
So windshield washer fluid, wipers, an oil change, kind of whatever somebody needs. They can give you a call. They can schedule online, or they can just stop in and talk to Josh in person. Is
That's
that right?
Or you can just stop in and say, hey, I heard you're on the radio and just wanted to say hi, wanted to check your place out.
And know where it is when I need it.
That's right. We're in downtown Milford. We're at 220 Northeast Front Street. That's right across the street from Abbott's Grill, next to Bicentennial Park.
Yep.
Come down, and you can even bring your dog while your car's being worked on and take them to the dog park. You can
Isn't that
walk through
nice?
the park system. Yeah, Milford's got some really nice parks. It's got some great shops downtown. You've got candy store. There's a candy store down there, Sugar Bees. Did you know that?
I didn't.
They sell honey. They've got lots of different types of honey. They've got some crazy candy stuff you've never heard of.
That's the kind I like.
That's the kind
Stuff
you like.
I've never heard of. Wow.
Last time I was in there, they had like some of the vintage sodas. So it's a really neat place. Go downtown Milford. That's just one of the places.
Worth checking out.
Yeah, so when you have
but
your car
there's a lot to
worked
do
on.
in Milford, in other words, and you're fortunate to be right. So, somebody needs an oil change or something, they could stop in or schedule it, and then while it's getting done, take their dog for a walk. I guess if they got a canoe, they could go canoeing.
Right, they can take their dog canoeing.
They could take their dog canoeing. 422-8110.
422-8110, wallservicecenter.com on the web. You can actually schedule an appointment right there if you'd like also.
Okay. All right, so that's Wall Service Center. Now, also, today we are really kicking off our big IRS sale. I mentioned it yesterday morning, but I want to let you know we are starting our year-end liquidation of inventory. So if there's anything that Weller's has that you want to buy, we're going to work extra hard to move it along because it's not quite the end of the year yet, but we're getting there, and I want to move as much inventory as we can. The store will open today at 9 o'clock. Phone number is 337-8228 if you have any questions. I mentioned the socks yesterday on Dan Gaffney's show, and we sold a lot of socks yesterday. 24 pair for $10 is a no-brainer.
That's a good deal.
So, yeah, that's a good deal. They're brand spanking new socks. I got the dress socks, kids socks, athletic socks. I've got just regular old work socks, brand new socks, 24 pair for $10. I know it sounds silly, and it's a ha-ha, but I did buy quite a lot, and I just want to get rid of them. So at 24 pair for $10, nobody gets hurt. I also mentioned the big plastic pickle barrels that a lot of people use to put grain or horse feed in or dog feed or corn seed or whatever, or they also use them as rain barrels, $12.50 a piece. Just plus a lot of other stuff. Snow shovels, I know you wouldn't even think of them right now, but for $7.75, they're well worth thinking about right now. So anyway, it's Weller's Utility Trailers, Route 13 in Bridgeville, Delaware, 337-8228. We're going to open today at 9 o'clock for sure. Brandon and Earl are going to be there. Plus, it's the last few days of the month. They're going to be swamped. So no reasonable offer refused on any trailers, new or used. You know what else is today? You
What's
go ahead.
that? Well, I was just going to mention WellerDoesDelmarva.com.
That's
right.
right.
Now you can go and watch.
Watch us.
You can watch Jim sitting at this table. It's very exciting.
It is. All these wires and everything.
Right.
Yes. It is very exciting, to be honest with you. But I was going to mention that big truck convoy today.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
That's
Special
another
Olympics.
Special Olympics. Yep, Delaware Special Olympics. Starts in Harrington, goes into Milford. Then it goes, is it down Route 36?
I don't know.
I think so, but I'm not sure. Comes back out at Greenwood.
Okay.
I know about 10:30 this morning it will be hitting Greenwood.
Okay.
It's quite interesting to see if you got kids or grandkids. It's hundreds of big trucks, fire trucks, commercial trucks. Very interesting. It's a truck convoy. It is the neatest thing. And I watch it from over in Greenwood usually. So anyway, and it hits there about 10:30-ish. So be on the lookout for that, too. It's a busy day. A lot going on. We out of time already?
We're out of time already.
It's 7:30. We're going to take a quick break. We're right here at the barn. Come have an omelet with us, and we'll be right back with more Weller Does Delmarva.
First thing in the morning, the voice you've known and trusted for years.
Wonder why?
Yeah, me too.
And you may have noticed that no two mornings are the same.
You may think Dan Gaffney has lost his ever-loving mind.
And the intrigue doesn't end there.
Really?
Because this talk radio station is live and local.
I want to know what people think.
So you know, and we understand.
I want to know where they stand.
We're Delaware 1059.
A coastal flood advisory remains in effect through noon tomorrow, and a high risk of rip currents at the beaches as well through the evening. Today, tonight, tomorrow with low pressure nearby will be cloudy and windy with some rain at times. Watch out for coastal flooding at times of high tide. High 72 today, low tonight 66, high tomorrow 75. Monday, after a shower or two in the morning, we'll see clouds breaking for some sun, high 76. I'm Bill Degger in the Delaware 1059 Weather Center.
At Delaware 1059, we think talk radio means you get to talk too. So don't be shy. We're not.
Seriously.
And now, every Friday is First Timer Friday.
Everybody's talking at me.
If you've never called in before, tell us. Dan, Sumo, and Jared will move you to the head of the line. First Timer Friday on Delaware 1059.
That's what makes talk radio.
Because you'll always remember your first time. From the first town in the first state in the USA, we're WXDE, Lewis.
Delaware 1059.
A glorious end to Pope Francis' visit to New York last night. About 20,000 people heard the Pope celebrate Mass at Madison Square Garden after an exhausting day. The Pope flies from New York to Philadelphia this morning. Before coming to the U.S., the Pope recorded a message for his trip to the city of brotherly love.
I look forward to greeting the pilgrims and the people of Philadelphia when I come for the World Meeting for Families. See you in Philadelphia.
WTOP reporter Andrew Mullenbeck is there.
The papal mass here on Sunday is really the signature moment of this historic visit. Organizers believe as many as 1 million people could turn up. Mayor Michael Nutter.
Walking and biking are definitely the way to go, so you want to lace up those sneakers or your most comfortable shoes.
Pope Francis leaves Philadelphia for the Vatican tomorrow night. CBS News Update, I'm Gary Nunn.
The comments, views, and opinions expressed on the air at Delaware 1059 are those of the hosts, callers, and guests, and not those of staff, management, or advertisers at Delmarva Broadcasting Company. The following program is a paid commercial presentation. The comments, views, and opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect the views of the staff, management, or advertisers of Delaware 1059.
Okay. We're back. We're live. We're alive. We're alive. We're right here on Route 16 in Allendale at the Dry Zone Red Barn, and you're invited. Come on out. You can bring the kids, you can bring your family, or you can just bring yourself. Have breakfast if you would like. It's not mandatory, and there's no charge for it. It's free, and we're having breakfast omelets here, but we're doing the show live. We'll be here till 9 o'clock, and my next guest is Martin. Is that right? Yes. How's Martin doing?
I'm doing fine. Yourself?
I have a suggestion. Yeah. This is your first time on the air?
Yes, it is.
How you doing?
I'm doing fine. Yourself?
Good. What time did you get here today?
Around 6:15.
Okay. And how often do you do the radio?
Well, I'm always here on actually on the radio show, but I'm always here at the Red Barn when
This
you
is
guys
like,
come out.
do you work here most of the time?
Yes.
Okay. So are you the brains behind the operation?
You could say that.
Can Bill say that? I'm just messing with him. All right. I'm just giving you a hard time.
Yeah.
You know that. Just because you're young.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get that all the time.
All right. Well, anyway, good morning.
Good morning, Hank.
All right. And your name is Martin?
Yes.
Okay. And what do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about preventive maintenance.
Okay.
After installation that we install our products, some people are not informed about we offer a preventive maintenance program.
Afterwards.
Yes. It's just like when you buy your first car, they tell you about having the filter changed on your car every so often. And we pretty much do the same thing. We always recommend, especially on the dehumidifiers, filters get changed each year to get the proper airflow.
You know, I just thought I would have never thought of that.
Yeah, a lot of homeowners
change the filter on a dehumidifier.
Yeah, a lot of homeowners are like, well, I wasn't aware of that. And then we always like to inform our homeowners, like, yes, the dehumidifier has a filter, it has a pre-filter. The pre-filter is reusable. We can clean it, but the actual filter, it needs to be replaced.
Are these filters for the dehumidifiers?
Yes. This one's for our CSB model.
Okay.
Like I said, this one's the pre-filter.
Okay.
And then this one's the actual filter.
Itself.
Yes.
Okay. So
this is how it'll look, brand new, out the box.
Now that looks like a pretty serious filter. I mean, you hold it up to the light and you can barely see through it.
Yes.
So I guess if you can really see through it, it's not much of a filter.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. All right. So
all right.
Does all of your dehumidifiers have the pre-filter and the filter?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So a dead giveaway is if your dehumidifier doesn't have a filter at all, you're in trouble.
Yeah, pretty much. Yes.
Okay, get a dehumidifier with a filter right off the
Yes.
bat. And I guess this is all part of the services you offer.
Yes,
when you,
correct.
You know, but I never thought about after the fact, you know, a year later, 2 years later. I guess probably just a year later.
Yeah, we always recommend
Think
having it
about
done annually.
Annually.
In some cases, some will like to have it done twice a year.
Okay.
One in the summertime, one in the wintertime.
And is this a service you provide? You'll
Yes.
come out, you'll change the filter, and probably clean
Yes.
the...
What we do, we send out postcards when it's almost a one-year
Just to
anniversary.
remind you.
Yes,
Okay.
of an installation, probably a couple weeks before. And then it says, hey, it's almost time for annual checkup. Please go into the office if you'd like to schedule.
That's a good idea.
And then you can ask for me, Martin, and I can go ahead and schedule it for you.
Okay. All right. Now, what is this?
This one is the same exact filter and pre-filter, except as you can see, the
No
conditions
maintenance
are
at all.
worse. Yeah, no maintenance
Yeah.
at all. This one was in the dehumidifier for about 4 years without having
Okay.
it changed. As you can
Really?
see, it has like red spray paint on the pre-filter, which soaked down into the actual filter, which on this particular unit, it caused the compressor to go bad.
Because there was too much strain on it.
Correct, yes.
Not breathing right.
Yeah, not breathing. We're
It's
not
like
getting
never
the full-
changing an air filter on a car.
Exactly.
Or a lawnmower. Or
If you don't change the filter on the car, it's not going to proper airflow, so it's not going to run properly.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing happens with the dehumidifier. Without having the proper airflow, the dehumidifier is just going to run until it burns itself out.
Now, I guess a filter getting dirty or clogged up has a lot to do with many factors. In other
Correct.
words, like if a person has 2 or 3 cats or dogs, they're going to probably have a more clogged up
Yes,
filter.
correct. It depends on the space, if it's encapsulated or if it's in the basement, if they cut wood in the basement for whatever reason.
Like
or
hobbies
yes,
and
or
stuff like
insulation
that.
in the crawl space can also
Yeah.
cause these type of problems.
Wow. So again, all of this is no obligation. Give a call. Let somebody come out and look at what you got. Just quite an educational seminar, just letting somebody come see what you have.
Yeah, correct. Like I said, we also service other dehumidifiers, other systems that have been installed.
Okay.
Like on ours, we can just you give us your name, like, okay, you're in the system, this is what you have, and this will be how much it will cost for your.
Okay.
For your,
but if not, they'll come out and take a look
correct,
at things
yes.
and go from there.
Yes.
Tell me this. Anybody that has any type of a basement or crawl space, and pretty much every house would, it's worth learning about what's going on under there.
Yes, yes.
So
totally.
they simply call, what is it, 684-5034?
Yes, correct.
Okay, 684-5034. Say, hey, here's where I'm at, here's what I got. Your packet of information is so informative. Just getting that in the mail is quite a little
Yes, like I said-
seminar in itself.
Yeah, I said just call our number, ask for Martin, the one in
Okay.
charge of service. I can ask me any questions about service, filters, and I'll be able. Glad
So
to
they don't
assist
have to have a dehumidifier that came from you. They don't ever
Yeah.
have to dealt with you at
Yeah.
all. Just give a call and start from scratch. Going to get a lot of information, and somebody could come out and just survey their situation and then help educate them. And then
Correct.
if they need something done and it's unexpected, I believe there's some different financing available and
Yes.
so on to help make it all affordable. So,
Yes. We service dehumidifiers, sump pumps, you name it.
oh, I
runs
never even
across-
thought of having
yeah,
a sump pump
yes.
service. Yeah.
Yeah, we will go ahead and
Okay.
check the check valve. Sometimes they can either get clogged up or just stay stuck open. So
I can imagine a sump pump getting nasty, dirty,
Yes.
gummed up.
Yes.
You know, it's like, you know, your mind gets on just getting this stuff, but never thinking about beyond getting it, having it
Exactly.
serviced.
Yes.
So dryzone.com on the web.
Yes.
And 684, that's 302-684-5034, 5034. Anything else?
No, like I said, we servicing the system, even if it's not ours. Give me a call. My name's
Okay.
Martin, and I'll be glad to assist you.
All right. Thank you, Martin. You
Oh,
did
yeah,
good.
thank you.
Okay. I wasn't too hard on you. All right. So that is Martin. I'm going to have Derek on in the next half hour. But anyway, we are live right here inside the Dry Zone Red Barn, and everybody's invited to come out. Myself and Colin Walls are doing the show. I mentioned this big truck convoy, and if you've never seen it, saw it, whatever, it starts in Harrington, and it goes to Milford. And I don't know the exact route that it goes to Greenwood, but I believe it's Route 36. But it is just truck after truck or fire truck or wreckers. And, I mean, if you got kids or little kids or grandkids or big kids, or if you're just an adult that likes big trucks, it is a really cool, interesting thing to see. And that is probably, it's a fundraiser for Special Olympics.
Right,
so
correct.
anyway. All right, so that is all that. You can watch us. Colin mentioned it earlier at wellerdoesdelmarva.com. And I want to mention also one of our friends, a guy named Kevin Short, who owns a business in Georgetown called Mid-South Audio. And he sells, but also rents all type of audio equipment, lighting, microphones, stages, platforms, whatever you may need to put on an inside event or an outside event. It could be huge, it could be small. You could literally be bringing in a speaker to put on a seminar and just need a portable sound system. Or you might have a big facility or a church or a hall or whatever, and you're having a graduation ceremony or you're having some type of event, and you need help, and you say, oh, I've got 2 microphones, but I need 8 microphones, and I need monitors, or I need some lighting, or I have no idea how I would get the lighting put up. All of that they can handle. One call takes care of it all, and they're professional in what they do. They not only have the equipment, they know how to operate everything that they own, and they can provide you with people to run the soundboard or run it. People can stay right there with it, or you can just rent it and run it yourself, however you want to do it. So acoustic contouring, like if you have a facility and there's just always an echo or you can't just get it just right.
Where did you learn that word from?
Oh, I've been studying. I've been studying, aren't you?
Acoustic contouring.
Yes. So anyway, I'm just letting you know. I'm trying.
They actually know what it means.
They know what it means. I just know how to
You're
say
just
it.
saying it.
Right. I'm just saying it. But anyway, they're also acoustic engineers.
Ah.
Okay. And I know what all this means because I know what it's like to be at a facility and everything's going great and it's a beautiful program. And the next thing is, it squeals, it squeaks, something's just not right, and everybody's staring at everybody, and everybody means well, and they're all volunteers, and they're like, now what do we do, you know, and stuff like that. So anyway, I'm just saying, whether you're having an event, whether you're putting on a concert, whether you're having a graduation, you could be having a wrestling match. You could be having like a big debate, a lot of political debates coming up in the next year, you know, and you just want good quality sound.
Have a professional take care of the sound for
Yeah,
you.
why don't you just do that? The sound guy is the guy you never notice until you hear something.
If you don't notice him, he's doing his job.
He's doing his job, right. So anyway, they have platforms and, like I say, stages and decking and Genie lifts and keyboards. They even rent keyboards and drum sets and things like that. Then they also have a full-blown recording studio down there in Georgetown. So I can't say everything they do. MidSouthAudio.com. Check out their website or give Kevin a call at 856-6993, 856-6993, and they'll take good care of you. They rent it, or they can sell it, or they can give you any kind of input advice, guidance advice, whatever you need. So anyway, that's Mid-South Audio. Did I mention free food? I did mention free food.
You did, but let's mention that again. That's worth mentioning several times. Free
Very
food
sometimes.
here, now,
Yep.
Dry Zone
See
Red
the
Bar.
Keurig coffee thing?
I see it right behind me.
Yeah. So anyway, they've got coffee. They've got juice. I think they've got bottles of water if you want that. But more importantly, they're cooking omelets back there. So if you would like one, it's not a joke. There's no purchase necessary. You're not going to have to go through a seminar or fill out a form. Just come through the door and say, you know what, I'm here for an omelet. I'll take one, ham and cheese or whatever you want, and they'll fix you up. We're right here at the Dry Zone Red Barn. I mentioned this big IRS sale, and the IRS sale is just something silly I'm doing, but I'm dead serious about getting rid of stuff. It's my inventory reduction sale between now and the end of October. I'm putting on a big push. One of the things I mentioned yesterday, I do believe I only have one of each left. I don't even know if we sold one yesterday or not. I forgot to ask, but it is a Works battery-operated push mower. Very powerful, extremely quiet, quality merchandise, and we have what's called a demo model. So we have one that is a self-propelled model, and then we have one that is one that you push yourself. So I'll call that an arm-propelled model or body-propelled. It's not self-propelled is what I'm saying. So anyway, the one that is not self-propelled normally sold for $427.50, okay? And I think I paid about $360 for it. But it is a demo model, and I just want to blow it out the door. I want to get rid of it. $200 even, okay? Now, it could be gone. It could be there. I don't know for sure because I mentioned it also yesterday morning. But then the self-propelled model is only $290. These things are powerful, Colin. They're 36-volt.
Wow.
Battery-operated push mowers. And the reason they're demo models is because so many people look at them and say, I can't believe a battery-operated mower.
Right.
And I'm more like, go take it. Go spend an hour out there. See what you think. Come back in an hour. You know,
It was
so
worth
it was
using
worth it
one
to get,
as a demo model.
Yeah, to get the grass cut. So anyway, and then we have those big round plastic barrels with a lid. We call them pickle barrels. Some people call them rain barrels, whatever you want to call it. But they're $12.50. The socks, again, 24 pair of brand new socks, whether you need kids socks, adult socks, or whatever. 24 pair for only $10. So anyway, somebody's telling me that Route 24 west of 113 currently closed near Plantations due to a major accident.
Wow.
Daggone
Be
it.
careful if you're in that area.
Be
What
careful.
was it? Route 24?
West of 113.
West of 113.
Yep, currently closed
Hillsborough
near
area.
Plantations. Yep. So anyway, be on the lookout for that. I mentioned snow shovels. I got to thinking, who in the world would buy snow shovels now? But think about it. In other words, if you have a business, you know, or you need one for your house, or you have a church or whatever, and you want to have a couple snow shovels around, $7.75. That's cheap. I can honestly say with a clear conscience I'm losing money on every one of them, but I would love to sell the 891 snow shovels I have and be done with it.
Because you like to
So
do everything in volume. So
I
if you're gonna
like
lose
to.
money,
So
do
I've
it
got to
in
do it in volume. I
Right.
can't do it one by one. It's got to do it in volume. Also, we have these winches. This is a 12-volt winch, like you would put it inside of an enclosed car trailer or on a trailer or for whatever you want to use it for, your boat or whatever. It's a big, heavy-duty. It's a brand called Super Winch. And the reason it's a good quality winch is because you can order parts for it if you ever need it. There are so many winches on the market that are just throwaway winches. You buy them, and then if something goes wrong, you can't get any parts. Super Winch is a long-term name brand winch, been around for years. Good quality winch. This one comes with a remote control, and it has 40 or 50 feet of cable. And where that is a lot of times if you buy a 24-foot long trailer, 24-foot long enclosed trailer, you put the winch up front, and then you've got a ramp door that's 6 foot long, 6 foot tall. So 24 and 6 sounds like 30 to me. And so many people buy a winch, Colin, with a 20-foot cable.
And they can't get around there
They
and watch
can't
what
get
they're
it out
doing.
the door.
Yeah.
They can't even get it out the door. So we started stocking this particular winch because it comes, I can't remember if it was 40 or 50 feet of cable, 40 feet of cable. But the point we were trying to make is you put the winch at the front of the trailer, and then you got the ramp door down and your car's outside and you want to winch it in. You need a winch with enough cable. And it's something people never, ever think about is how long is the cable on the winch. So anyway, this also comes with a remote control. Normally sells for $486. I have got less than 20 left at this price, $397.
Wow.
You can look online. I looked online. I saw it for almost $500 online plus shipping, $397. So give us a call and say, hey, what else do you have in this IRS sale? And we're going to be adding more stuff to it every day. We want to start cutting inventory. We're going to be taking some inventory right after the end of October. And between now and the end of October, we want to dump as much merchandise as we can. And also, don't forget, this coming up week, I don't know what day is the end of the month, but we need to move as many trailers as we can between now and the end of the month because it's the end of the third quarter. It's not only the end of the month, but it's the end of the third quarter. So whether it's a new trailer, a used trailer, it doesn't matter. In fact, the last day of the month is actually Wednesday. Next Wednesday, we need to move as many trailers between now and then as we can. No reasonable offer refused. We take trade-ins. We offer financing. Pretty much whatever we got to do to move as many units as we can, we need to turn them and get them down the highway. Wanted to mention Wilson's auction real quick. We actually did our show there in Harrington at a huge auction. They had 6 auctioneers going last week. Now we're going to talk about Wilson's auction. Has an auction today on Route 113 in Lincoln, right there at their facility. They've been there. Actually, they just celebrated their 40th year at that location. But then also today up in Camden, Wyoming, they're having an estate. Actually, it's real estate that they're selling today now. So you've got the auction in Lincoln that starts this morning at 10. And it goes all day and into the evening. They've got stuff inside, outside. If you go to wilsonsauction.com, you can see that auction. But then in Camden, Wyoming, today, starting at 11 o'clock, they have got some property that they're selling, okay? So anyway, and you can learn more about that. Great big, looks like a 1, 2, maybe 3-story house. And then another house, which is a 2-story house. So anyway, you can learn all about that. The nice thing about when you buy, even like these houses, there's no buyer's penalty. And what that means is if you bid $50,000, $100,000, or whatever these houses go for, that's all you're going to pay. You're not going to pay an extra 3% or 5% or 10%. And people say, Jim, I've never heard of such a thing. Well, if you don't go to auctions much, you don't know what it means. But a lot of auctioneers do charge an extra fee. And Dave Wilson really prides himself in the fact that whatever you bid is what you pay. So there is an auction of real estate today up in Camden, Wyoming, starting at 11. So you can learn all about it at wilsonsauction.com, or you can call them on the telephone if you want at 422-3454, 422-3454. That's Wilson's Auction. And then today, you can go right there in Lincoln, right on the highway, and check out what they have. Then Tuesday nights, they have an auto auction. So if you want to sell a car or buy a car, it's very interesting. It starts at 6 o'clock on Tuesday nights. But if you want to sell an estate, if you want to buy an estate, if you've got a whole barn full of stuff you want to get rid of, you can take it to Wilson's Auction in Lincoln. If you're listening and you've got so much stuff that you don't have the energy or the oomph to get it all moved, they also have a service where they will come and pick it all up. So give them a call, see what you've got, see what they can do for you, and see what you can work out. Good, honest people. I've known them for years. I highly recommend them. WilsonsAuction.com, 422-3454. Give them a call. Now, anything else going on, Colin, that you could think of?
There is something going on today in Laurel. It's called the Ramble, I believe. Let me take a look here.
Oh, man.
You remember that?
Yes.
Very interesting.
Yes, it's where they're going to take downtown Laurel, and they're going to have things set up to show you what the direction of downtown Laurel is going. So I don't know if I would call them mock-ups or whatever, but they're going to, I don't know if it's going to be like a great big picture of what some of these buildings and apartments.
No, they're actually going to have, like they're bringing in a brew pub. So there's actually,
Really?
yep, they're going to have that. They're going to have
all just
like
for this
vendors.
one day.
Right, so it's just going to kind of show what downtown can look like.
They're
and
getting
it's right
ready
on
to
the
build
Broad
a
Creek.
nice kayak launch down there, aren't they?
Right, I think so.
And so downtown Laurel, I don't know the exact words, but they have like a revitalization organization, and they are just really, I mean, it's one of the up-and-coming towns in the lower Delaware area.
Starts at 11 o'clock, goes from 11 until 7 tonight.
Okay.
The Nanacoke Tribe is going to be blessing the Broad Creek at 11 a.m. to kick the event off.
Oh, wow. But Laurel's just a nice little town, got a little, I don't know if you call it a river that runs through it. I think it has like 3 bridges down there. I'm not sure.
It does, I think.
It does,
yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just guessing at this stuff.
Yeah, I
But-
think that's what it is,
but
3 bridges.
They're
across there.
they're really, putting a lot of effort and a lot of money into, just tuning up the town and showing you what's coming. So you can get like a real visual today of what's going to be coming in the Laurel area. So if you're a business person and you're thinking you may want to put a business down there, well worth checking this out. If you're thinking about moving or you
And I think there's going to be people down there to talk to.
Oh, really?
That can help you with, if you are thinking of doing something like that,
Okay.
to talk to, and they can point you in the right direction or help you, let you
Help
know
guide you.
what's available to.
That's a lot
to
better
help
than
get you
just
down there.
than just buckling through it on your own.
It is. It
Okay.
really is. Yep.
All right. Well, anyway, that's kind of a neat new thing, isn't it?
It is.
Can we mention the parade that we want people to mark their calendar for?
Yes.
Okay, because you're streaming it.
Right. It'll be streamed live.
Okay. And it's a big event. It's right downtown Milford. Now
Right.
we've
It's
went
called-
to Milford, right?
It's called the Milford Community Parade.
Yep, been going on for years.
Been going on for many years, since
Many
I believe
years.
the 30s.
Right.
The Gray family, Charles
Yes.
Gray and his family have
Yep. Put countless hours into it.
Yes, in recent
Yeah.
years, and
I don't
recent,
even know
mean
if it
like
would
20
exist
or 30.
without them. They've put so much
I don't think
effort
it would.
into
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're the ones that put their heart and
driving
soul into
force.
it, and as soon as one's done, Charles is thinking about the next one.
Yeah, and so is it October 20?
It's October 21st. It's
Is that
a
a Wednesday?
night.
Okay.
I believe our broadcast is going to start at 6 o'clock around
Ish.
then, and ish.
Okay.
And
You're going to be there at 6 in the morning? What, are you going to interview people all day
I think we're
long?
going to make it 6 o'clock at night instead.
Oh, okay.
So, but come on down. We are going to be, Dan Gaffney will be hosting it.
Okay.
Becky Gaffney will be hosting it also.
Wow, that's a good team.
Jim Weller will be the man on the street interviewing people. We'll have the big Catch It Live
your
live
production truck?
mobile production truck there, yes.
Wow.
So it'll be there.
Will this be the debut?
It could be, yeah. I think it will be the
Could
debut
be.
of it.
All right. Fresh off the hot streets of Texas.
Yeah.
Is that where you got it from?
Right straight from KHOU, the CBS affiliate in Texas.
So you went to
Houston, Texas.
You drove to Texas to get this
I
truck.
sure did, yep.
All right. So this truck is your production facility for Catch It Live.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So that way, if you hire a storm tracker, you'll just be using this truck to track storms. And right now, you're parade tracking.
That's right. As big and heavy as it is, I probably could drive through a tornado with it and not have a problem.
It's quite a sight. It's got a lot of equipment in it. So,
It sure does, yep.
So you're going to have that thing set up downtown Milford, and you're going to be running all the wires from that truck for Dan and Becky, and
Right.
I'll be on the street, and then the parade will be, and it's going to be epic.
Right. Dan and Becky will actually be on the steps of the Milford Museum, which is right across from the
okay.
Causey Mansion.
So people could stop by and see Dan and Becky.
That's right.
Okay.
Check them out.
Check them out.
October
So anyway.
21st. Mark your calendars. We'll get the
Yes.
times
Yeah,
straightened
we'll get
out
the
and
times,
everything.
but just make sure you got that date ready, right?
Exactly.
If you need us to call you and remind you, they should just send us a note.
Right, and I'll
Yeah.
hand that note to you, and you can make all the calls.
So anyway, I want to also remind you at Weller's in Bridgeville, we do work on trailers. We got them sitting all over the place. Every time I come in, I'm like, did we trade that trailer in? They're like, nope, that one's getting worked on. That one's getting worked on. So people are dropping their trailers off. They're getting their wheel bearings repacked. Maybe they need tires on them. Maybe they got some lights that aren't working, or a jack that's bent, or they want a new fender put on it, or some sheet metal replaced. So if you have a utility trailer, whether you bought it from us or bought it anywhere, and you need any kind of work or maintenance or repairs, no problem at all. It's a whole lot cheaper to maintain a trailer than it is to figure out what you're going to do when it's broke down alongside the road. So it's Weller's Utility Trailers, Route 13 in Bridgeville, and we just want to let you know, all you got to do is call us at 337-8228, and we will get you on the schedule, and you can drop it off, and we will take care of it. Also, if you have a vehicle that needs a brake box put in it, we can do that too. So that's about all I got. I want to really have a big day at the store. We're a little short-handed today.
Okay.
It is just Brandon and Earl in
Okay.
sales. Brooks and Jason are in the Bike to the Bay thing.
Mhm.
So going to be a little busy, but Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, we are pulling out all the stops. we have had a good year. I just want to finish the month / the third quarter with a bang. Okay?
Strong finish.
Strong finish. No reasonable offer refused. So if you are listening and you've been thinking about buying a trailer, you've got all weekend to go look at them, figure out which one you want. Stop in Monday. I do a lot better if you're standing there and you got the cash. I know it's a for real deal, and I'll get even more for real to just make you a deal. Now, I'm not a miracle worker, and I'm not going to give them away, but I will give you an extra better deal than normal Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week if I can talk you into buying a trailer.
You have written on your notes here, wheeling and dealing.
Wheeling and dealing.
Wheeling and dealing, end of
Wheeler.
month. That's your notes.
End of month, yeah. I want to sell some stuff. So anyway, but, it's been a nice year. Doesn't the economy feel better to you?
It does. It does, yep.
Gas is down. People like that.
Right.
That means heating oil will be down. Propane will be down.
Right.
So it's kind of
goes back up.
encouraging. Well, it won't go up till you need it. Okay. In other words, the nice thing about all that
just
is
don't need it.
Yeah, just don't need it. So right. But anyway, either way, it's nice to know that all of that costs less than it did.
Right.
Nothing is ever as cheap as we would like it to be. So, are we going to take another break?
If that's what this music means, then yes.
I'm not sure. Let's just keep right on talking through it. Hey, we'll be right back with Weller Does Delmarva. We are live at the barn. Stop by and say hi to me or Colin, and we will be back.
Take Delaware 1059 with you everywhere by streaming us on your smartphone or tablet. Download the Delaware 1059 Listen Live app in the Apple App Store or Google Play Store today. Live streaming brought to you in part by Weller's Utility Trailers in Bridgeville, where they sell utility trailers new and used, as well as sheds, carports, gazebos, dog kennels, and swing sets. Give them a call at 302-337-8228 or on the web at wellers.com. On air, on demand, and on your device. Delaware 1059.
Because Dad tried to fix his septic problem himself, a goldfish funeral just got interesting.
We're gathered here today to say goodbye to Goldie the goldfish. He was a great fish. And
He's still there, Dad.
What's that?
Dad, he's not going down. Maybe he's still alive.
That's it. I'm calling Midway Services.
For more than 25 years, Midway Services has been counted on in Kent and Sussex counties for all aspects of your septic system, including inspection and troubleshooting, and septic repairs and maintenance.
They call it wrestling. It's one flush. You call Midway Services.
From the first town in the first state in the USA, we're WXDE, Lewis.
Delaware 1059.
CBS News, I'm Gary Nunn. Pope Francis continues his exhausting schedule, jamming his three-city U.S. visit, leaving New York City this morning, destination Philadelphia, about a half hour from now. CBS News correspondent Jerika Duncan's there.
He touches down here in Philadelphia at 9:30 and make his way over to the Cathedral Basilica of Saints Peter and Paul. Mass begins there at around 10:30, and at about 4:45 this afternoon, the Pope will deliver his speech on religious freedom and immigration at Independence Hall from the same lectern that President Abraham Lincoln used during his Gettysburg Address. The Holy Father's evening wraps up here at the Benjamin Franklin Parkway for the Festival of Families, which will include R&B singer Aretha Franklin.
Up to 2 million people are expected tomorrow in Philadelphia for the closing mass, ending his American visit, flying back to Rome. John Boehner's resignation announcement has been greeted with an awkward blend of respect and relief amid rancor among Republican conservatives in Congress about his leadership. CBS News senior political editor Steve Shigaris.
These hardline Tea Party conservatives who were threatening this government shutdown in the Planned Parenthood fight, they were also threatening to oust Boehner. And he didn't want to put his members through what he called the turmoil of a tough vote on trying to decide whether they should support him or not.
The House Republican majority must now pick a new leadership team, with Majority Leader Kevin McCarthy considered to have the inside track. U.S. military officials admit the latest group of moderate Syrian rebels trained by Americans turned over some of their weapons to al-Qaeda's affiliate in Syria.
This is the latest embarrassment for a program that's cost millions of U.S. dollars and which critics are calling an abject failure. The latest group of U.S.-trained Syrian rebels turned over pickup trucks and a quarter of their U.S.-supplied weapons to the Nusra Front when they crossed back into Syria from Turkey, where they were trained. The first group of U.S.-trained Syrians was attacked by al-Nusra, and many are still unaccounted for.
CBS News correspondent Cammie McCormick in Washington. Switzerland has banned sale of Volkswagen diesel-powered vehicles with potential links to the emissions software controversy. VW has introduced its new CEO, Matthias Müller, former head of Porsche. Müller, who takes over after the car company admitted rigging 11 million cars to cheat on emissions tests. More from CBS's Jim Crisula.
Many in Tennessee are worried about the potential impact of Volkswagen's emissions cheating scandal on the company's only U.S. plant, which is in Chattanooga. Republican State Representative Todd Gardenhire.
Personally, I think whoever's responsible at that plant in Chattanooga, in top management, needs to have their heads rolled. They need to be fired.
The Volkswagen plant in Chattanooga, which has 10,000 workers, opened in 2008. It's scheduled to begin producing a new Volkswagen SUV next year. Jim Crisula, CBS News.
A grand jury in Arizona has indicted a man suspected in 4 freeway shootings that have put people in the Phoenix area on edge for almost a month now. Leslie Ann Merritt Jr. has been indicted on 15 felony counts. This is CBS News.
If you can't see the difference, why pay the difference? Switch to Dish and see what real value is. Call 877-249-6988. You can also save a bundle when you combine DishNet high-speed internet with your TV service. Call 877-249-6988. Programming starting as little as $29.99, plus access to thousands of movies and TV shows. Stream to your TV, smartphone, or tablet. Call 877-249-6988. Say goodbye to the cable guy and get Dish today.
Hi, welcome to Staples. Hey, Staples guy. My store just opened down the street.
And you need to get the word out.
Right.
Well, Staples is your one-stop shop for all printing and marketing needs.
So you can print grand opening flyers?
Yes.
Grand opening banners?
No problem.
Custom t-shirts?
Piece of cake.
You sell cake?
It's just the same.
Oh, shame. I love cake.
Now at Staples, 500 business cards are just $9.99 every day. Copy and print more for less. At Staples, make more happen.
In-store and online and not combined. One site only on white mat, no cash or credit back on prior purchases, tax and shipping extra.
The first openly gay player drafted by the NFL is still hoping to get back into the league, but right now he's home in Missouri working on a master's degree and contemplating his choice. CBS's Jim Chenevey.
Former University of Missouri football star Michael Sam says he'd be playing in the National Football League if he hadn't come out as gay.
Probably would have been better for me to, if I didn't come out, I would be on the roster, but as I said, I have no regrets whatsoever.
Sam on the Dan Patrick Show. He was drafted by the St. Louis Rams, but was cut at the end of training camp, made it onto the Dallas Cowboys practice squad before being waived, and had a short stint in the Canadian Football League. Jim Chenevey, CBS News.
Stargazers and sky watchers are prepping for a big event tomorrow night, a rare confluence of a lunar eclipse and a supermoon, the first time this has happened since 1982. The supermoon eclipse will last just over an hour, visible in all continents except Antarctica. Weather permitting, will be visible after nightfall. Gary Nunn, CBS News.
What would an extra $250 a month mean to you? For some, it's a little financial breathing room. For others, it's a car payment, a home repair, or help with college tuition. Hi, I'm Jay Farner, president of Quicken Loans, and I've got some great news if you're looking to save money on your mortgage. All it takes is a simple phone call to Quicken Loans at 800-QUICKEN to see if you qualify for the government's Home Affordable Refinance Program, or HARP. Folks who refinance with HARP can save an average of $250 a month. That's $3,000 a year. Our home loan experts fully understand the HARP guidelines, and they'll walk you through our streamlined process. And for 5 years in a row now, J.D. Power has ranked Quicken Loans highest in the nation in customer satisfaction. And for the second year in a row, they've also ranked us highest in mortgage servicing. Call 800-QUICKEN or visit QuickenLoans.com.
Visit jdpower.com for more information. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender licensed in all 50 states. NMLS ConsumerAccess.org, number 3030.
Program is a paid commercial presentation. The comments, views, and opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect the views of the staff, management, or advertisers of Delaware 1059.
Come on down. All right, everybody, we are live. I have a very enthusiastic young man on his way over here.
Camera.
Yeah. Can he do it again?
Yeah. The excitement's gone.
Yeah, the excitement's gone. All right.
It's just beginning.
Just beginning. Derek, how you holding up?
I'm doing wonderful. How about yourself, Jim?
Good. Is it going to rain today?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It's going to rain every day.
Every day.
And everybody's basements and crawl spaces are going to fill up.
Right. I'll tell you what I'm learning. The more I talk to you all, there is no reason for somebody to not call you and just let somebody assess their crawl space or basement.
Well, yeah, it doesn't cost anything either. You know?
And what an education you'll get, whether it be
Absolutely.
structural, whether it be moisture, you're looking at their insulation, or whatever it may be, everything is worth checking out.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, the education is wonderful.
Because that's probably the least visited place in most people's house.
It is, but it's actually the most dramatic place that affects the home.
Their health.
Absolutely.
The health of the home and the health of the homeowner.
Exactly, and the value as well.
And the value, yeah. So again, we just need to encourage people to call and say, I don't know what I need, but I might need something and I might need nothing, so I just need somebody to look at it.
Absolutely.
Okay, so that's kind of like just a free survey, huh?
You got it. Preventative
and
maintenance.
just a little packet you get in the mail, you become an expert on everything almost. Just
the packet is amazing.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So much information. I thought I was going to college or something when I got one of them.
I mean, people should just call up and ask for the packet.
Just for the packet, yeah. Send me the packet. So you just send them out pretty freely, don't you?
Yeah, we do. I mean,
Okay.
it's really got a lot of good information in there for people.
Yep. Okay.
About all of our services, everything from basements, crawl spaces, foundations, all the way to our new baby, which is polylevel.
Polylevel.
Polylevel's awesome. It's
I
like
call it raising concrete.
it's the savior of all concrete slabs.
Yeah, it is. So tell me about polylevel. What does polylevel look like?
Wow, where do I start? What does it look like? It looks like foam. It really does. When it comes out of the gun, it's hot. It goes underneath the slab, and then it compresses down on the soil. Then it starts to expand, and it raises. It actually winds up. It's strong enough to raise the slab. It's amazing. We can raise homes with it, which we have already.
Really?
Absolutely. People that have slab
What, like
homes. We know where they don't have basements or crawl spaces.
Or it's on a cement slab.
You got it, and their option is $40,000-$50,000. All the furniture's got to come out. They've got to move into another place and live for a couple of weeks. We're in and out usually a day or two. The whole home is fixed. They don't got to move out. Nothing. It's amazing.
What do you mean? Now hold on. You're saying if a house is built on a cement slab.
Correct.
All right, and so we got what? A corner of the house that's now tilting?
Sure. I mean, basically what happens is, over time, the soils underneath the home can compress, or, through the weather and the changing of what's going on outside, the soils that supported that slab could wash out from underneath it, therefore causing that slab to sink, crack in various areas, and causing dips in their home. Well, basically, we come back in and we put that where it's supposed to go.
Dips in your home?
Right.
Like dippy people?
Got some of those.
I got some dips in my home here. Well, what time are they leaving? I'm sorry.
Exactly.
But anyway, so you're saying that I never thought about, I just saw you raise a sidewalk.
That was cool, wasn't it?
That was cool.
How'd you like that?
That was beyond cool. And the person that we did it for is like talking about it all the time.
It's really neat. It's really, it's like magic.
It's like magic.
It really is. It is.
Okay, but you're saying that stuff is strong enough to literally lift a house?
It's not. It's not that yes, it's strong enough to easily lift the home. But, there's so many amazing properties to it, too. It only weighs 6 pounds for a cubic yard of this stuff. Whereas concrete, basically the old way of doing it was to use what they used to call it mud jacking. And basically, what they're doing is they're pumping more concrete underneath the slab to use that concrete that they're pumping underneath the slab to raise it. The only problem with that, it was never the slab's fault. It was always the soil was too weak to hold the weight of the existing slab. So now what they were doing was they were actually adding more weight to it, which it worked for a little while, but chances were it was a pretty good chance it was going to settle again.
It's going to settle again.
But this stuff is 6 pounds. Look, I could pick up a cubic yard of this stuff and throw it to you and you could catch it. But everybody in this room couldn't pick up a cubic yard of concrete. So you can imagine, and it's stronger than concrete, and it weighs less, and we're in and out in a matter of hours.
It's cleaner, it's easier, less expensive, all the way around.
You got it.
What's that little gizmo right there?
Oh, this is another cool part. Okay. Typically, whenever they, the old ways of lifting concrete, they came in, jackhammered things up, they made a mess. They had to pour new concrete. It was very disruptive. It was a disaster. Even when they used slab piers, which was one of the newer ways of doing it, slab piers, you still had to core like a 4 to 6 inch hole and drive this huge heap piling down in the ground and lock on. But anyways, real complicated, real messy. It was,
and intrusive.
And it is very expensive. But now this right here. Basically, what do you say? That's a little bit smaller than a penny?
Yeah.
Okay. What they do with this, guys, Josh, which is our foreman that comes out, they come out there and they figure out where they need to, how they're going to lift it, and they drill holes based on where they need to get their lift at. And then there's holes are no bigger around than this, which is smaller than a penny. They put it in, then they hammer it down with a rubber mallet take this little guy right here, and they screw it down. They latch the gun onto the top of it, fill it right up, slab lifts, everybody's happy. In, out, gone.
Who invented this?
Me. No, just kidding. I wish.
Man, it's called poly-level.
It's called poly-level, and it is amazing. Not only that, but if people have gotten estimates before about how to fix slabs or their driveways sinking, and they've had somebody come out and they're talking about jackhammering up their driveway and putting a new driveway in, and they're just holding their heads, because they're like, wow, this is so much money. They're right, it is a lot of money, but
it tears up their yard and their driveway.
And they can't even drive on their new driveway for several weeks, Well, with this right here, we can come in there, we can, for a fraction of the price that they were quoted to replace that driveway, we can put it right back to where it was at, and they can drive on it within 15 minutes of us being done. We're in and out same day. By the time they get home from work, their driveway is finished.
I know when we raised that sidewalk, it was just unbelievable because it lifted the left front corner, which pushed the right rear corner down, and everything was level and copacetic when they were done, and it was like magic.
It is like magic. It's like witchcraft. It's very cool. Very cool.
All right. Gosh, we got to do another show somewhere. We got to figure that out. I want to see us raise a house.
Do you?
Yeah.
I've got one.
Do you really?
I sure do. You want to see it?
Where? Where are we going to go see it? Now, you mean?
No, not
Let's
now.
load up,
Let's
Colin.
go.
Let's hit the road.
No, actually, we're doing a couple's house, and I believe it was, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was in Dover. But we're actually, and this was a couple that was, they were heartbroken at the estimates that they were getting. They were crushed. They had, they really had no means on being able to leave. This is the home that they were retired in, and they were really on a fixed income like most people that are retired, and that's okay. It's just there was no way that they could afford the estimates they got. And I'm telling you right now, there's certain times in my job that I feel really, really, really good about what I do, because if it wasn't for me being there, they probably would have broke down and cried. Wow. It was amazing. It was just, this poly-level was their savior in this one. Yeah.
The job is done.
No, it's not done. We're doing it. And their price range, their quotes were in the $40,000 range. They were having to have all the stuff, carpet, everything pulled out of their entire home. They had 2 animals that were going to have to be housed. They were going to have to stay in a hotel or with relatives, and the process was going to take up to a month for them to get done. The cost
with
alone,
no real guaranteed results.
No real guaranteed results. No, because basically, once again, wasn't
just doing more of what already failed.
Right, and it wasn't the slab's fault. And all they're doing here is they're putting another slab back over the top of it, hoping the ground to hold that. Chances are it didn't hold it once, it won't hold it again.
You're hoping more weight won't sink like the first weight did.
And the word you're using there is right. It's hope. You're just hoping it doesn't happen.
Well, yours is more an exact science.
Oh yes, sir. It sure is.
Magic.
It's magic.
It's magic science.
Bada bing, bada boom. It's magic.
Well, I'm interested in being there when you do this. We got to figure this out off air, but yes, we should stream this event.
It'll be really cool. It will be really,
cool.
really,
So
really
this
cool.
is going to be really cool poly-level magic.
You're going to love it.
All
Love it.
Are you this excited when they're doing it?
Absolutely. How could you not be? Do you know how hard it was to walk in and tell people in the past that your project was going to cost you $20,000, $30,000? And now I can walk in the door and I can tell them, look, we can get this done for a fraction of that cost.
Wow.
I mean, we've got people that were calling up, calling back that we talked to 4 and 3 years ago, and trying to get back in the door to like, hey, look, we got something that's going to blow you away.
Yeah.
And they're happy to hear that.
Well, you guys have got this big truck now all set up.
Oh, that's cool too. You see that thing?
Right.
It looks like a spaceship
the
on the inside.
poly-level wagon.
Yeah.
Poly-wagon.
It's
anyway.
Dry Zone's new baby. Absolutely.
Right. 684-5034.
You got it.
5034.
You got it.
Dryzone.com. Give a call, and we'll take care of you.
Awesome. Thanks,
All
Jim.
right. Thank you, Derek.
Bye.
Have a good one. All right, everybody. I am probably going to get involved in that one. I want to go see that. Maybe we'll stream it. We catch it live. Who knows? Speaking of streaming, we are here right inside the barn. You can actually watch us if you're watching. Good morning, everybody. Howdy. As you can see, I'm here. I got a new hairdo. Everything's going down. Anyway, Colin, what do you think of all that poly-level?
I think it's excellent.
Isn't it amazing, though?
I like Derek's enthusiasm, his
Yes.
excitement about it. He's passionate about his job.
Yeah, at 8:16 on a Saturday morning.
That's right. That's hard to find.
It is.
It's hard
I agree.
to find employees with passion like
That's
that.
right.
That's really good.
It's them omelets.
That's every day. They have free
every
omelets.
day. Well, the
every
kitchen's
day.
here every day. All right. So anyway, that is Dry Zone. If you have never dealt with them, never heard of them, stop by and say hi. They're all here right this minute. We're going to be here till 9 o'clock doing the show, and they're cooking up breakfast omelets. Or you can give them a call, 684-5034, and check out all they have. The packet is very informative. My daughter had a big project done with them, and we learned so much just starting with the packet. So anyway, want to let you know all that is going on, and the omelets are here, and Weller's opens at 9. Wall Service Center is probably open by now.
Yep, 8 o'clock we
8
open.
o'clock, and if you need something done to your car, they can take care of you. Whether you need it done now, whether you need it done later, preventative maintenance, routine maintenance, whatever you may need, oil changes, brakes, the whole 9 yards. Been around. Colin is the third generation to run this company.
That's right.
And it's kind of quite a testimony to survive nowadays
Since
for 50 some years.
1958.
That's pretty going good.
1958. It is very good. I'm
It
proud
really
of
is. I mean, it's not something you should take lightly. How many businesses, I mean, you probably can't name 10 of them locally that have made it that long in business. It's not easy. So, anyway, Wall Service Center, 422-8110. No reasonable offer refused at Weller's in Bridgeville. I'm dead serious about that. Please make sure the offer's fairly reasonable. I need to survive the transaction when it's all done. It needs to be good for you as well as me. But between now and the end of the month, I really want to move some trailers. L&W Insurance is my insurance agent. Speaking of insurance, I have to be quite honest with you, Colin. I had a fence ran into right next door here at this house, and that was in June. And I have been dealing with this insurance company since then.
Not L&W. This is the person that ran into it, their insurance company.
But it has made me appreciate L&W so much because, I'm the victim here, in other words, and I got a house that somebody ran into the fence, and I bet I've got 40 phone calls into them. And it's just unbelievable. And what's so funny is the lady I call, when I call her, I never get her. I get a voicemail. And she says, if at any time you cannot rate my service a 10, you need to call my supervisor. So I'm thinking, and that's right in her voicemail. So I call her supervisor, then 5 minutes later she calls me back and promises, I want to tell you something. And the only reason I don't want to turn it over to my insurance is because I have to pay a deductible then.
Right.
That's the only reason.
And it's not your fault. This is
right. But I'm just getting stubborn about it, in other words, now. But anyway, so my point is, if you want an insurance company that is local, that you dial a local number, that the people that work there live in Delaware and take good care of you, it's L&W Insurance Company. They are friendly. They are knowledgeable. In other words, just like this claim here, I called them. They said, Jim, we'll be glad to handle it for you. I don't know why you're doing all this. And they said, in the event we pay the claim out of your insurance, then we can still go back after their insurance company for the deductible. I just really feel like the other company should pay. Maybe that's my own dumb stubbornness, I need to let go of that. But anyway, L&W Insurance Agency, whether it's your fault or somebody else's, called during normal business hours. A human being answers the phone. If you're looking for so-and-so and so-and-so's out to lunch or so-and-so's not in for whatever reason, they let me know that right then and there instead of just dumping me to a voicemail. So I like all of that stuff. So whether you're buying insurance, whether you want a second opinion on the insurance that you already have, I've got children that are now having children that are thinking about buying life insurance and want to talk about that and stuff like that. So whether it's your home insurance, whether you've added an addition, whether you've got another vehicle, whether you've got somebody that's just turning 16, whether you want to talk about life insurance, health insurance, whatever, give them a call. It is 856-7828, 856-7828. And if you have a business and you want to talk about commercial coverage, they are experts at that also. 856-7828, lwinsurance.com on the web. All right, so that's my insurance agent. We've talked about Dry Zone. Monday on Delaware 105.9. Do you think it's too early to mention this?
I would get it out there right now so people can prepare.
People can prepare. Dan Gaffney will be on the air from 5:30 in the morning until 7 Monday morning, and then I'm actually going to be on from 7 to 10, and I think you are also going to be there hanging out, plus streaming it up till 8 o'clock?
Yes, so from 5:30 to 8 as normal. I'll be streaming Dan's show, so that'll be an hour and a half of Dan
that's
and
been very
an hour of you. It has
Screaming
been.
Dan show.
Mm-hmm.
In other words,
Yep.
I'll tell you what I like. You put the callers' names down at the bottom.
Right, yeah.
I think that's neat. That's
Mm-hmm.
all your Catch It Live stuff doing
It is,
that.
yep.
So, but anyway, Monday morning, if you would make a note, mental or on paper, that I'll be guest hosting the Dan Gaffney Show from 7 to 10, and I'll be looking for callers. So make a note to give me a call and talk to me about something on a Monday morning, okay? Oh, I forgot to mention No Nonsense Office Machines. One of my favorite companies to deal with. Rick Fowler does such a good job. I have people almost on a weekly basis call me up that have dealt with him that say he is so good to deal with. Their prices are right, whatever service they deliver. And, you know, he's kind of in a unique business. First of all, I got to know him because he sells Wellers and our copiers. So he sells us our copiers, he services our copiers, but then it's expanded into other things. In other words, he sells laptops, he sells tablets, he sells full-blown computer systems, small ones, big ones, networked ones, whatever you want. He sells fax machines, printers, and so on. He sells stuff that's new. He also gets stuff that's used, and then he refurbishes it or makes sure it's all serviced correctly and sells it to you. So anybody could sell you a used computer. Anybody could sell you a used laptop. But the nice thing about No Nonsense Office Machines is that they make sure what you buy works and that it's right. And if you need some instruction or something like that, they don't just hand it to you in a box. They'll walk you through it and help you in any way they can. So if you have a small office, a big office, a home office, whether you have a student that needs something or whether you just personally need something, it is No Nonsense Office Machines, and they are in Georgetown right there, 2 miles east of the Circle on Route 9, right next to Sports at the Beach Complex. Give them a call, 856-7381, 856-7381. Good people, honest people, friendly people. I have constantly had people tell me they dealt with them, they were happy, they told them when something would be done. It was either done then or before then. So they undercommit and overdeliver. I kind of like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's better than overcommitting and underdelivering.
It is.
All right, so we talked about Monday. Weller's is going to be open today, a little short-staffed. So if you need to get in there today, no problem at all. But Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, what's that called, a full-court press? I don't know what it's called. We're going to be trying really, really hard.
Are you using sports terms, Jim?
I'm using sports terms. So I'm
you
just
watch
saying,
so much sports.
Oh, my gosh, yes. But I am very serious next week about cranking out some trailers. Man, if I could sell 10 trailers on Monday and 10 trailers on Tuesday and 10 trailers on Wednesday, them 40 trailers is going to make a big, big difference. So write down the phone number. It's 337-8228. Prepare your thoughts. Stop by over the weekend. Look at the trailers we have. They've all got prices on them. And then on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, let's see what we can do to put together a deal that's pleasing for you and pleasing for me. And I know you're listening and thinking, would I be allowed to buy 2 trailers? Absolutely, folks. Now, 3 would be pushing it, all right? But you can buy 1 or 2 trailers on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. They're going to be open today. From 9 to 1, just a little short staff today. So if you need it today, great. If it can wait till Monday, Tuesday, by now, they leave Dover, and then they end up on the other side of the Indian River Inlet Bridge. They are dreading going over that. They'll be dead tired by then. But anyway, great fundraiser for the MS Society, the Bike to the Bay event. Be cautious. Be careful if you see them. Give them a thumbs up. And be praying for their safety and for good weather. So we're here inside the Dry Zone Red Barn. There's a lot happening. There's a lot to look at. There's some great people to talk to. You can actually see some of the products they have. I'm buying another house, as you well know,
right.
And it has a basement.
It does, okay.
And it's got me thinking about
what a great opportunity.
Yes, possibly fixing it up a little bit,
right.
Doing some dry zone stuff there in the basement. And those who are listening, I'm actually buying a house that I grew up at. Mm-hmm. So, in other words, my childhood home. I was adopted, and that was the first house I've ever known, and that's where they took me, and that's where it was at. And I moved out when I was about 17 or 18. When everybody passed away, I had to get out of the house. So now I'm buying it back, and I'm kind of excited about it. Bill, it's nice and cool in here.
It is.
He's doing a good job. That's fine. People with high blood pressure need it to be very cool. We have high RPMs. High RPMs. You want to say anything? Here he comes, everybody. This is the man behind the scenes, responsible for all the debt and all the bills and everything that happens, good, bad, and indifferent. Bill Anderson, everybody. This is him. The new and improved. How you doing?
The new and improved.
The new and improved.
Fresh from Connecticut.
Yep. He wears his sunglasses on the back of his head because he's got everybody convinced he has eyes in the back of his head.
I think it fall my hair right here. That's why I started putting it back there.
Warning, warning.
Right.
You start losing your hair.
Exactly.
All right. Well, how are you holding up?
Good.
All these guys treating you okay?
They, no.
No?
Not at all, actually.
You got a good group. You're very fortunate.
We do. We well, I'll tell you. I mean, we've expanded that group 5+ in the last 2 weeks. So
good year, isn't it?
It's been a great year.
He's feeling better.
The cool part is that we've never had a bad year.
Okay.
I mean, even when the economy was falling apart, we were still growing.
Doing your thing.
We just believe that if you do right by the homeowners, then you'll get referrals and you'll grow a business. And when you become, I mean, we can easily, and I can prove that we're the largest waterproofer and foundation repair company on Delmarva.
Wow.
Without a doubt, I'll put my numbers up against anybody else, and it's a good feeling.
Well, you're certainly very organized and professional.
We try.
I've never seen nothing like it. I've just been a year getting to know you, and I'm like, wow. I keep thinking of things, and next thing you know, I'm interviewing somebody, and they're like, oh yeah, we're doing that, we're doing this, and stuff like that. So it's Dry Zone, and it's you and your wife, and your in-laws are involved.
Yeah,
and,
they're a business
quite
partners.
a family-owned, family-operated company.
Yeah, I mean, it really is, and I mean, a lot of these folks that work for us, I mean, they're, some of them are actually family, and, the other folks actually seem like family.
Yeah.
We kick them out of the house after half an hour after they get there. That's why they're family.
Yep. You don't have to be polite to them.
Exactly.
They're family. Are we taking a break? All right, that was Bill Anderson, everybody. 684-5034, Dry Zone, or come in and say hi to Bill, and he'll cook you up a breakfast omelet. We'll be right back with the final half hour of Weller Does Delmarva.
Are you looking to buy a new mattress and want to know you're getting the best deal at a store that will stand behind their product? Look no further. Hi, I'm Chris Adams, owner of Mattress Peddlers, your local family-owned Serta and Kingsdown mattress retailer. We have 27 floor models to try with mattress sets starting at $349. Two-sided mattresses, futons, bunk beds, headboards, waterbed parts and accessories, and free same-day local delivery. Visit our website, mattresspeddlers.com, or stop in today on Route 24 in Peddlers Village and sleep on a better bed tonight.
Be sure to play the ultimate football pool at our website, Delaware1059.com. Presented by Nicola Pizza. Gift certificate courtesy of Nicola Pizza on the Avenue Upper Deck Sports Bar, offering 2 stories of great dining with an excellent view of downtown Rehoboth. Enjoy great food and drink specials during all pro and college football games, and bet, watch, and win with the Delaware Sports Lottery now at Nicola Pizza on the Avenue Upper Deck Sports Bar. And be sure to play the ultimate football pool every week at Delaware1059.com.
A coastal flood advisory remains in effect through noon tomorrow, and a high risk of rip currents at the beaches as well through the evening. Today, tonight, tomorrow with low pressure nearby will be cloudy and windy with some rain at times. Watch out for coastal flooding at times of high tide. High 72 today, low tonight 66, high tomorrow 75. Monday, after a shower or two in the morning, we'll see clouds breaking for some sun, high 76. I'm Bill Dager in the Delaware 1059 Weather Center.
From the first town in the first state in the USA, we're WXDE, Lewis.
Delaware 1059.
Pope Francis now helicoptering from Manhattan to JFK Airport in New York on his way to Philadelphia. CBS People Consultant Father Francis Pizzarelli.
I think he's going to capitalize on the theme of the city of brotherly love. He's going to remind us of our need to care for each other.
CBS's Jerika Duncan in Philadelphia.
Security, as you can imagine, will be tight this entire weekend. Law enforcement officials have carved out a nearly 5-square-mile secure perimeter, and there's a screening process everyone must go through who enters this area.
Pakistani activist Malala Yousafzai spoke yesterday at the United Nations after the Pope, then appeared on The Late Show last night with Stephen Colbert.
You spoke at the UN today after the Pope. Did you get a chance to say hi to His Holiness?
No.
No? Even you can't get tickets. Wow.
No, I was stuck in traffic. I'm just one of you.
CBS News Update, I'm Gary Knott.
It's easy for me to recommend Integrity Windows and Doors to my customers because they're made from the toughest material out there, Ultrex fiberglass. Durable and strong, it survives the toughest tests in the industry, and Ultrex provides a superior finish, resisting fading, chalking, and cracking, making every product energy efficient. Integrity Windows and Doors come from the Marvin family of brands, so they're more than just strong, they're beautiful too. Your customers can choose from various styles, shapes, and colors. When tough is a must, go with Integrity Windows and Doors, built to perform.
From new construction to remodeling and replacement projects, American Cedar and Millwork is the local resource you can count on for your next project. The team of window and door experts at American Cedar and Millwork has the expertise you need to ensure your job is a successful one. Call 302-645-9580 and schedule an appointment today. Visit American Cedar and Millwork in Lewis, Delaware, 302-645-9580.
Hello, Delmarva. Pastor Mike Mills here from Northway Church, Delaware. I want to take a moment and just invite you to tune in every Sunday morning at 7:30 a.m. right here on Delaware 105.9 as I share a weekly message on the journey of life. We'd also love to have you join us. We're having our big relaunch kickoff October 4th. We're located at 22033 Shockley Road, Milford, Delaware, where you can join us each and every Sunday morning at 9:30 and 11 a.m. You can also watch us every Sunday morning at 6:30 a.m. on WBOC Channel 16 at 6:30 a.m. as we have our Northway Church service on TV. A lot of great ways to connect. You can call our church office at 302-422-2029. Northway Church, Delaware, the place to be.
Hello, sir.
What's going on in here?
I'm giving Franklin and Accounting a facial.
In the supply closet?
Well, I finished all my work at 10 a.m., so...
Are you bored?
Yes, sir.
Maybe you should think about another job.
I went online to delmarvajobs.com. I uploaded my resume for free in minutes, and they're looking for a job for me while I give facials.
How lucky are you?
Excuse me, sir?
I'll miss you. Can you squeeze me in at 4 o'clock for an eyebrow wax? I'm looking a little like Frida Kahlo.
delmarvajobs.com. Long name, amazing results.
I'm from the violin store. I see you have horses that board here.
Yes, but none of them play the violin.
Our violin bows are made of horse hairs, and we're looking for some.
Your job is collecting horsehair?
It's, not my dream job.
Ever hear delmarvajobs.com?
They have horses?
No, they have tons of good local jobs on their website.
I don't have time.
You can upload your resume for free, and they do all the looking for you.
Okay, let me ask a favor. Okay, I only pulled one.
Told you she'd hate it.
Oh.
delmarvajobs.com. Long name, amazing results.
Hi, I'm Abby Pobuski from State Farm in Wilmington. Every day, 7 teens die from car crashes due to inexperience, indecision, speed, distraction, or drowsiness. These deaths are preventable. That's why Smart Drive created a free online program that helps young drivers using games, videos, and real-life scenarios to prepare them for facing real driving situations. It's online, free, and you can win great prizes like college scholarships and gift cards, all for learning to be a smarter driver. For more information, visit smartdriveusa.org.
Let's face it, saving money isn't always fun. It's great to save money, but sometimes you want to treat yourself to dinner at a new restaurant or indulge at the spa. You can save money and enjoy life with GetItHalfOff.com. Every week, brand new featured offers hit the online shelves of GetItHalfOff.com. Your life at half price. GetItHalfOff.com.
This week's featured offers include Bottom of the Hill Bar and Grill in Rising Sun, The Shady Sun, Mobilus Sunless Tanning at your location, and Jason's Woods in Lancaster.
The following program is a paid commercial presentation. The comments, views, and opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect the views of the staff, management, or advertisers of Delaware 105.9.
All right, Colin, tell me
get it together, Jim.
about when we're back.
Right now.
Right now.
Yeah.
Man, I can't believe this is the final half hour of this week's show. I will not be around next Saturday. You'll be in charge.
I will be in charge. It's
okay.
Good. I've got all kinds of stuff lined
all
up.
kinds of stuff. Okay.
You just wait.
Just wait for the reviews.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to do next week's show from Weller's Utility Trailers in Bridgeville.
Mm-hmm.
And this week we're still here at the Dry Zone Red Barn. And we are, I want to mention, we're here. We're inside the barn. They've really done a lot with the inside of it. Of course, I've been here every month and talking about it, but they really are a unique company. And if you have any questions at all, they're not real high pressure. They're Sussex County folks, and they're just in here standing around. They can cook you up an omelet for real. That's not a joke.
It's the last half hour to get your free omelet.
Hey, I forgot about that.
Yes.
Yeah. Last half hour of omelets, everybody.
That's right. A free omelet.
Free omelet. So come on in. And they'll take care of you and talk to you and show you around. But it's a nice building. They do a good job. We're going to do some more on-site work. We were just talking about that during the break. But got that parade coming up. Want to mention that. And
October 21st,
October 21st.
Back to the Future is the theme. And we were just talking about it, that the October 21st, 2015 is actually the date that they went forward to.
In that movie, Back to the Future.
Right.
Was it a DeLorean, the car?
It was a DeLorean, yeah.
And it had a date on there? I don't quite remember it.
Yeah, that was the date. That it had a little digital readout of what date they were going to, October 21st, 2015. Now we just found out that
is Bill's birthday.
Bill Anderson's birthday.
Bill will be 30 years old.
Wow. He said he's been waiting 25 years for this day.
Wow. So, hey, are we going to allow anybody to be involved from a sponsor level in that?
Oh, for sure. For sure.
So if somebody is listening right now and they own a business and they would like any type of promotion during that parade, they would give you a call?
Get in contact with me.
That's Colin Walls.
That's right. 242-8015. You can message me on Facebook or just send me an email or call me.
Because we're going to be doing mentions, like Dan and Becky are actually emceeing it, and then I'm going to be interviewing some people on the street. And Colin has this business called Catch It Live, and does all kinds of interesting things with it. Just Catch It Live in general. But that particular parade, there will be some sponsor opportunities. So if you own a business and you want any kind of promotion, let's just throw that out there.
Right, yeah, and you can go back and look at our previous videos we did of it. And
what do you got, like 500, 800 views?
The views are in the thousands, 3,000, 2,000.
But what's nice, if somebody buys any type of an ad in that, it's there indefinitely pretty much. So
right. So
every time somebody views it, you get another ad.
Right, and people do go back and view the previous year's parades. We've actually seen that.
Yep, especially people in the parades. So kind of neat. All right, so what else do I have on my list? It's the last half an hour. Stop by for a free breakfast omelet. I've mentioned that. End of the month, wheeling and dealing. You had mentioned that earlier, but I want to really drive that point home. If you're listening, because a lot of people look at trailers and look at them and think about it and look at them, and they're just waiting for that absolute best time. Everybody does feel that, the economy is better. It's feeling good. We are seeing price increases, which is odd, but that is the time to have them, is when the economy's good.
Right.
What were you going to say?
Well, I'm just thinking that it's the next to the best time to buy a trailer. It's the end of the month. It's the end of the quarter. The only way it can get better is the end of the month, end of the quarter, end of the year.
Yeah, I agree with that. And then there's probably some tax advantages for some people to buy then.
But those tax advantages are still good now.
Right. So I'm just saying that next Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, last 3 days of the month, is not only the last 3 days of the month, it's also the last 3 days of the third quarter. And we have finished every quarter ahead of, last year, the same quarter. And, of course, we don't want to mess up on the third quarter. So if you're thinking about anything, and like I say, we have hundreds and hundreds of trailers out there on display. We try to have prices on every one of them. There's always one that the little sign blew off or somebody took it with them to remind them which trailer it was. So if you look at a trailer, please leave the sign on it if you would. It's just a little tag on the tongue. But we try to have prices on them. You can go to Wellers.com and take a look. I'm very excited about the new website, because the website we have now, it's a little bit hard to search to find an exact item. But the next one, you're going to literally be able to put in the word shoestring, and it will take you right to the shoes that we sell. So anyway, or you can put in the word toes, and it will take you to socks. So anyway, just letting you know that our new website is going to be awesome, and I keep talking about it because Brooks Ritter keeps informing me every week about, man, this thing is just going to be something, and I guess Jonathan's putting inventory in it, and it's it just feels good. So anyway, the end of the month is next week. I do want to mention my accountant when we speak of business and we speak of doing business and accounting and things like that. My accountant is George Luff, Luff and Associates in Milford, Delaware. He also now has an office in Rehoboth and one in Dover. Been around quite a few years. I don't even know how exactly long he's been, but I know I've been dealing with him over 25 years doing my accounting work. I've been very happy. I survived a very intensive 8-day audit and did not owe any money when it was over. It made me feel really good that we had our act together, and all those little things he makes us do and keep track of, I was pleased. So if you need an accounting firm, Luff and Associates, I highly recommend them. I am very happy with them. But not only do they do accounting, they do payroll. And everybody I talk to anymore is like, man, it's bad enough I got to do these taxes and keep up with all that, but the payroll stuff is changing, and with the health care laws, and there's always something new I got to remember or learn or go to a seminar or, heaven forbid, make a mistake and spend hours straightening it out. If you're at that point with your business and you would like somebody else to take care of all your payroll headaches and worries and duties, Luff and Associates can do the job for you. You do not have to deal with them for your accounting work. You can use them strictly for your payroll. So their phone number is 422-9699, 422-9699, whether it's W-2s or W-3s or I-9s or direct deposit or your 940s or 941s or gross to net calculations or multi-state calculations or contractor payments, year-end documents, new hire reporting, quarterly reports, whatever you need done, they can help you with accounting work or payroll-related things. It is Luff & Associates, 422-9699, Milford, Dover, and Rehoboth, and it's luffcpas.com on the World Wide Web. I started my big IRS sale, and if you have no idea what I'm talking about, it's a whole host of items. The extension cords, I got to figure out what they were. I think they're 14 gauge, but I can't swear to it. But it's the time of year people start thinking about putting up Christmas lights or decorations, and man, that's not the time you want to use a cheap, thin homeowner-grade extension cord. These are commercial-grade extension cords with the lighted end, which is nice because it lets you know that.
Is it the one with your name on it?
Yeah, it is.
I think they're 12 gauge.
12 gauge.
12
so
gauge.
They're even thicker.
Yeah,
okay.
Heavy.
Well, anyway, they are on sale. The 25-footers, they were $29.50. I've cut the price to $17.50, but I've got less than 20 of them left. Contractors will know that's a heck of a deal. And 50-footers for $28.50. Try to find a 50-foot 12-gauge extension cord anywhere for anywhere near that price. And these have the lighted ends. So they're available at Weller's in Bridgeville. They are good. That price is good till October 31st unless I sell out first. Okay. Then I got them slide-over boots. I call them galoshes. You slide them over your shoes or your boots. Just a nice thing to have in the trunk of the car or keep it in your vehicle. $4 a pair. $4 a pair. It's not even worth taking a chance of getting a good pair of shoes wet for $4 a pair for those. So a lot of IRS specials. The store number is 337-8228. Give the guys a call and say, what in the world have you got on sale? Because we've got a lot of stuff on sale. Also, Colin, I had told you, you know, I'm really trying to get rid of some generators.
Right.
We actually are buying them. Some people are buying 2 at a time. Some people are buying 1. We have other dealers that are contemplating 50 and 100 generator purchases. We are below dealer cost on these. Many of them I'm losing. One of them I'm losing over $100 every time I sell one compared to what I paid. I just want to get rid of them. I just want to turn them into cash. I bought them by the tractor trailer load, so if I'm losing $100, trust me, that's a heck of a deal.
Yeah,
sounds
like it.
Yeah, here it is. It's a 6,250 watt. That's a sizable generator. 6,250 watt, name brand, Briggs & Stratton. Brand spanking new in the box. It's a storm-ready generator. It comes with a little wheel kit so you can maneuver it around. We were selling them for like $900 and some bucks. I think dealer cost today is $711. If you're a Briggs dealer, you would know that's about what they would cost you. And I'm selling them for $547.
Wow.
That's cheap, Colin.
That is cheap. How many watts?
6,250 watt.
And that's for a Briggs & Stratton. Good name brand.
Stratton. Yep. So it is quite a powerful generator and $547. So, people are listening and they're like, I never need it. But once in a while I do need it, but you never know when you're going to need it. I hear the city of Seaford is going to be without electricity for about 4 hours Monday, but it's like a surprise. They're not telling anybody in advance. Not saying what time. So just be aware, in the town of Seaford, they're going to be without electricity Monday for 4 hours. I don't know whether it'll be during lunch hour. I don't know if it'll be in the afternoon or the morning. It's like a big secret, but it's definitely happening, something that the Delmarva Power has to replace or do. So you never know when you're going to be without electric, and it's not worth losing a refrigerator or a freezer full of food, or being without popcorn, or not being able to watch your favorite soap operas, or, heaven forbid, not be able to listen to Delaware 105.9.
Right.
Okay, so anyway, generators are on sale at Weller's in Bridgeville. You can go to wellers.com and check them out. Speaking of the Seaford area, let's talk about my good friend, Dr. T. Dr. Trillia was just a young man when he started his business. He owns Peninsula Chiropractic Center right there on Route 13 in Seaford. His mailbox is really neat looking. His mailbox post looks like a spine. It's this really neat looking thing. And anyway, really nice man to deal with. If you have never met Dr. T, very honest, very friendly, talks to you in a very nice way, has an unbelievable, good bedside manner, but he's a chiropractor. And he twists you and adjusts you and helps you with whether you got a headache, or whether you've got back pain, whether you've sprained yourself. He can help you out. He's very knowledgeable. He also has two other doctors that work with him, Dr. Budd and Dr. Adkins. So between those three, they are one awesome team. Been in business 25, 30 years, right there on the highway in Seaford. They receive, accept most insurances. But if you're listening and you say, I don't know what my insurance covers when it comes to chiropractic care, give them a call and say, hey, here's what I have. What does it cover? How does it work? The number is 629-4344, 629-4344. And some evenings they're open as late as 7 o'clock. Very accommodating when you need an appointment. Very accommodating. They also do massages, not just those feel-good massages, but more on a therapeutic scale. And your insurance will also, not all insurances, but a lot of insurances, mine will, pay for massages. So whether you were hurt in an accident, whether you were never hurt, whether you just have some aches and pains, whether you've never been to a chiropractor in your life, it's just worth checking out all that they have to offer. It is pretty much a nice place to deal with all the way around. I'm happy. I actually have a granddaughter that I started suggesting she go there with some hearing problems. I know it sounds weird. I know it really does sound weird. But since she's getting adjusted, she does not need any more no more doctor visits pertaining to her ears. Her hearing is continually improving because the adjustments are loosening the tension in her spine, in her neck, and in her back, or whatever, and things are actually just opening up and working better. So I don't know if it was a sinus thing or what it was, but they really do a nice job. Very nice people. I highly recommend them. It is Peninsula Chiropractic Center, and just want to let you know, give them a call, 629-4344. Okay? Did I say enough about them, bragging on them, Dr. T, if you're listening? I hope I did a good job and represented you well. I appreciate your friendship, and I appreciate how well you do. The truck convoy, I mentioned that, didn't I?
You did.
I'm excited about that a little bit. And, Colin, I want to say thank you to you. I value your friendship, and I appreciate your expertise. This is not a joke or being silly, but for sure I could not do this without you. Between you and Brooks, you make Weller Does Delmarva happen.
We have noticed that you could not do it without us either.
Okay.
It shows.
It shows. So anyway, I'm just the pretty face, okay? I'm just the face.
You do what you do very well.
Very well.
Yes.
So anyway, but together we're a team, and I appreciate you doing the show. You're doing it again for us next week.
Right, next week.
Then I want everybody to mark their calendar for this date.
Okay.
December 5th.
December 5th.
Very special show.
Really?
Yes. So
Tell me
I
about
just
it.
want you to mark your calendar. It is going to be at a place called Yuletide Farms. Okay?
I'm familiar with it.
I have been contracted to do the show there. I am very excited about it. This is a place that you can hold an event, like maybe a wedding reception or just a little party or something like that. but you are going to be selling something there that goes along with Christmas that's exciting, that I'm excited about, and you're going to have like an open house there.
Yeah, we're going to be selling Christmas trees. It is a
No,
Christmas
don't
tree
tell
farm.
them yet.
And
Don't tell them yet.
I'm telling
Tell
them right
them it's
now.
a Christmas-related item. Okay.
And we're also going to be selling Christmas-related items. So,
okay. Oh, are you like wreaths?
Wreaths, yep.
Wreaths?
Yep, they'll be made out of greenery right
Can I
from
get
the
some
farm.
Yuletide there?
You can get some Yuletide. We'll have to dig some up, but
okay. But this is your home.
It is, right, yes.
And you are going to open it up. You're going to maybe get a tent or have apple cider, I don't know, or ginger snap cookies, or I'm making it up as I go here, you can tell.
Right, we're going to have lots of things. It's not all
things.
completely nailed down now. This is going to be our first year doing it, so
I'm excited.
I'm excited, too. We're very
I'm excited just to be part of it.
Good.
Because it will be your first radio broadcast from that facility.
There will be, yes.
Yes, and we'll be streaming it also.
Mhm.
But I want everybody, it's plenty of advance notice.
Right.
December 5th, it's a Saturday, of course.
Right.
And just mark your calendar. You can come out from 7 to 9 while we're doing the show, or you can come out most of the day. You'll probably be there all day.
Right.
So, especially since you live there.
Yep. That's
should be there all day.
I kind of hang around there a little bit.
Yep. So anyway, but like that on Facebook, right? There's a Facebook page.
Yeah, go to Facebook. We're working on our website right now, so our website will be definitely up and running by then. But go to facebook.com/Yuletide Farm.
All right.
Facebook.com/Yuletide Farm.
I hope I didn't mention too much stuff there.
No, you did not. No.
I was baiting you.
No.
Drawing you in. So Monday morning, I'm doing the show there live at Delaware 105.9 from 7 to 10. I'm excited about that. Weller's opens at 9 today. What else should I mention?
Well, let's mention the Laurel thing again real quick.
Laurel
If you're
thing
looking
again.
for something to do today from 11 until, what time is that? That's 7
Oh,
o'clock
I'm sure
tonight?
it goes into
11
the
to 7?
11 to 7.
Wow. It's called the
Yep.
Ramble.
Yeah.
It's right there on Broad Creek. And,
Yep. But it's like all downtown.
It is. Ed Lewandowski, I think, is going to be there.
Okay.
He a lot of people remember him from the Center for the Inland Base. He's with the University of Delaware
Okay.
now, and he's going to be running the show, or he's going to be
But
he's going
it's
to be there
kind of
representing it anyway.
Right. I mean, it's if you live in the Laurel area or you're thinking about possibly moving to Laurel, it's going to show you a lot of what Laurel's got cooking. They've got a lot. But let's say you're like me, you're an entrepreneur, and you're thinking, I might want to open a new business. I might want to do something else. You can literally go to Laurel today and get some business ideas.
Right.
And actually talk about the mechanics of how would I make this happen.
Right.
Laurel is open for business is what they're saying.
I believe that is what they're saying, and they want to show you what it could be.
Yep, I agree. So Weller's is going to be open for business too. Brandon and Earl are going to be there. They're going to have their hands full, but they'll be fine. So anyway, Laurel, that sounds very interesting.
It does.
And December 5th, mark your calendar that. Next week's show, Colin is going to be doing it from Weller's Utility Trailers in Bridgeville. And just a lot of things going on. But I want to remind you, the end of the month is Wednesday. Like, that's not a news flash, right? A lot of people know that. And some people can tell it by their calendar. But I need to move some trailers. So today, 10 would be nice. 10 Monday, 10 Tuesday, and 10 Wednesday. Now, a lot of people are saying, why would you limit it? I'm not limiting it. 10 would be a nice day.
That's the starting number.
That's the starting number, right. So the generators are selling real good. It's the time of year people start thinking about it. You know, you can get a small generator and a little heater and, at least be assured you're going to have some heat. So you're listening to Weller Does Delmarva, or for hire. If you have an event or a business and you want me to help promote it, I'm up for that. We've got this parade coming up October 21st. And I'm sure if you have listened to this show, there's one thing you can assess, that Colin and I have a lot going on.
We do.
And
we keep busy.
We keep busy, and we enjoy it, and we like it, and we're businessmen. Colin has Wall Service Center in Milford, and I have Weller's Utility Trailers in Bridgeville, and then Colin has Catch It Live, and I have, Weller Does Delmarva, and then Colin has Yuletide Farms, and then I have Fine Day Farms. So we actually don't do anything there except eat dinner and grow grass and enjoy life, and that is where I live.
Collect animals that have been dropped off.
Oh, yes. And fortunately, we're on a nice dry spell right now.
Well, I'm not. I had a pregnant cat dropped off, so we now have a non-pregnant cat and 6 kittens.
Oh.
Yeah,
Are you going to be giving them away as door prizes on December 5th?
I think so.
If not sooner, right?
Door prize. We slip it in the door of your car
right.
when you're not looking.
Would you like us to load that tree? Here's your free cat.
There was a cat in it. We didn't even realize it.
They're calling you up from home. They're like, I think we've got your cat. That's okay.
That's not ours.
That's not ours. It was the neighbors, and they're done with it. All right. So if you have any questions about anything at Weller's, it's 337-8228, 337-8228. I want to say a big thanks to all the sponsors we have and would like people to like my Facebook page. Here we go. I'm going to try to name them all. First, there's Jim Weller, so you can friend me on Facebook. Second, we have Weller's Sheds and Carports. Then we have Weller's Utility Trailers. Then we have Weller Does Delmarva. Then that's that. Then we'd like you to like Delaware 105.9's page. Then Colin's got Yuletide Farms, and you can friend Colin Walls. And is there Walls Service Center on Facebook? He's not even listening to me over there, but I think there is. So anyway, Facebook has got it all going on. So that's that. Don't forget the Bike to the Bay group. If you're in it or know somebody that is, I'll be seeing you at the finish line. I'll be down there later on, and that's another big event going on. You got the truck convoy.
I like how you slip right in there at the finish line.
At the finish
You'll
line.
have your biker gear on and
Oh,
your bike
no doubt.
and everything.
Oh, I'll be sporting a do.
Look like you rode the whole way.
No doubt about it.
No sweat.
Right.
Not
I'll
tired.
be like, man, my deodorant was working. So, but anyway, some of those people are riding 75 miles today.
And some of their deodorant doesn't work.
Right. But I would do it if it wasn't for them suits you have to wear. And you don't have to wear them, but I'm scared it would be offensive. You know, because they are really form-fitting, some of them things. So anyway, what? You have something?
No,
good.
there's nothing to say to that.
Nothing
That's
to say
it.
to that. So anyway, we've had a good time here today. We've had some people stop by. The breakfast was good. The fellowship was priceless. We are at the Dry Zone Red Barn. I am leaving here, and I am heading down to where the Bike to the Bay event is going to finish. I don't know exactly where it is, but I'll find it. And if you're down that way, stop by and say hi or look me up. I'll be there. It's kind of a neat event. At the end, everybody's there at the finish line just cheering people on when they come through. And there's music and everything. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Colin.
Thank you.
Weller Does Delmarva is done for the day. You can watch the show at wellerdoesdelmarva.com. Have a good, safe weekend. God bless you, everybody. Bye-bye.
The preceding program was a paid commercial presentation.
Your home could be under silent attack. The enemy? Moisture that becomes trapped within the building envelope. Even in new construction, moisture creates mold growth, which can trigger upper respiratory illness, coughing, and wheezing in otherwise healthy individuals.